Welcome into the broadcast, Mustang fans. This is week 2 of the high school football season in Iowa. We are in Greenfield, Iowa, where your Shenandoah Mustangs are set to take on the Nodaway Valley Wolverines tonight in a non-district matchup. The Mustangs come into the game 0-1. Nodaway Valley are 1-0, coming off of a 4-point win over Mount Ayr last Friday night. I'm joined tonight in the booth by Aaron Burdorf. And Aaron, nice to have you. Let's open up here, talk a little bit about last week's game for the young Mustangs.
Yeah, you know, they put it together for 3 quarters, and then in the 4th quarter got away from them a little bit, and guys got tired, ran out of bodies, and hopefully this week get back to mostly full strength and see what they can do this week.
Yeah, absolutely. Watching up from above for the first time, it was clear that we have some talent, we have some athletes, but yeah, we just on the field a little bit too long defensively. Those few long drives there in the second half for Nodaway Valley really kind of took their toll on us.
Yeah. Missouri Valley just put the pressure on us. You know, kept running the same play over and over and over. Found a weak spot on our defense, and were able to pull away in the end.
So let's turn our attention tonight to our opponent this evening, which is the Nodaway Valley Wolverines. Defensive game last weekend for them, a 20-16 game. They didn't get a ton of offense as far as yardage goes, but they've got some athletes, and they like to spread the ball around in kind of a spread air attack.
Yeah, what you're going to see from them tonight is going to be 3, 4, 5 wide all night long. They never huddle up, get their play in from the sideline and go, and they want to get it out to their wideouts that have a lot of speed and a lot of size.
So tonight for the Mustangs, if you had to pick 1 or 2 kind of keys to victory, where would you focus that on tonight?
Yeah, if you look at their Nodaway Valley's game against Mount Ayr last week, you know, Mount Ayr was able to move the ball on the ground. I'd like to see Morgan Cotton get quite a few carries. Mount Ayr kind of stalled out on some of their drives last week, and so something that we can look at to move the ball on the ground this week. And obviously, defensively, we got to stay in front of the wide receivers, make sure we can tackle those guys in the open field. So.
Yeah, we do have a young secondary, talented and speedy, but a young secondary against a lot of receivers they're going to throw out there that have some talent. So it'll be an interesting game. It'll be a lot of fun. We're going to take a short break, get a word from our sponsors, and we'll be back with the coin toss here in just a couple of minutes.
Sorensen Auto Plaza, Southwest Iowa's #1 provider of used vehicles. New inventory alert, a 2011 Cadillac SRX Premium with all-wheel drive, super clean leather interior, 106,000 miles and more. You can buy here and pay here. Sorensen Auto Plaza is the bank. Get fast, easy financing. Buy with peace of mind. Stop by Sorensen Auto Plaza in Shenandoah today.
Building your vision is what they help do at Miller Building Supply, Shenandoah. Once you've picked your project, comes the supply list. Miller Building Supply is a full-line lumberyard with electrical, plumbing, and hardware departments and all the tools needed to get the job done. Windows, doors, countertops, tub and shower units, kitchen and bath cabinets, and a fresh coat of paint. Yup, they have all that too. And if you have a question, they work hard to get you an answer. Miller Building Supply in Shenandoah. Don't just dream it. Build it. Heritage Bank is proud to be a locally owned community bank. We have been committed to our community and meeting the financial needs of our customers since 1873. We are confident that our knowledgeable staff can help you make informed decisions about your financial needs no matter how big or small. Let us show you how rewarding a relationship with First Heritage Bank can be. Stop in at one of our 2 locations, or you can find out more information at www.fhbshen.com. First Heritage Bank is a proud supporter of Shenandoah High School athletics. Go Shen, member FDIC.
Welcome back into the broadcast booth. The national anthem just finished up here in Greenfield. We're just a few minutes away from kickoff. One thing we didn't touch on in our little pregame kind of wrap-up of last week was the sophomore quarterback, Nolan Mountain. I thought as a first game starter, just from up here, kid's got a live arm, and we got some receivers to help out. I think tonight's going to be a step in that right direction, hopefully for him to continue to grow as a starting quarterback to lead this team.
Yeah, he looked really good in week one. Threw it around really well. Maybe waited for the deep routes to come open a little bit too long. Got himself into trouble. This week it sounds like they're going to look for more stuff underneath, and we'll see the offense move through the air a little bit again this week.
Yeah, that's one thing I did. I talked to Coach Ratliff earlier in the week, and we discussed how aggressive Nodaway Valley is on defense. They'll run a 3-5-3 similar to what we run, but they're going to send 2 linebackers, it sounds like, about every time. So you're going to get 5 guys coming at the quarterback. So those short routes may pay some dividends as we get going in this game.
Right, it's going to be important to identify which guys are coming and which guys aren't, and run some short routes behind where those guys vacate, and see if we can move the chains through the short game.
Absolutely. Well, folks, we'll do one more commercial break. It looks like they're about to bring the captains onto the field for both the Mustangs and the Wolverines from Nodaway Valley. So we'll step away for just a moment. This is, again, Fuller Digital Solutions YouTube live stream of the Shenandoah Mustangs versus the Nodaway Valley Wolverines. We'll be with you all season long for the varsity action every Friday night, home or away for football, and then home games for all the volleyball. So we'll be back here in just about a minute and a half.
Corporation in Shenandoah is growing. Pella is a family-owned company and has a strong heritage that started in 1925. Pella offers a strong benefit package, competitive wages, quarterly bonuses, profit sharing, and more. Pella has a decreased overtime schedule. You'll never work on Sundays, and you will have at least 2 Saturdays off each month to spend more time with your family. Go to careers.pella.com to see what jobs are available and apply today. Experience is not necessary, as Pella will provide training. Pella is an equal opportunity employer.
High School Athletic Association wants to remind all people to attend.
Digital Solutions started small, but now we're growing as FDS provides live streaming coverage for over 20 schools across 3 different states on our Fuller Digital Solutions YouTube channel. Subscribe to get notified when we go live for your school events. Big events are captured live, and your business can get noticed with advertising during our live streams. Local talent and camera operators are encouraged to contact us too for future employment. No experience necessary. We will train. For information about advertising or working with Fuller Digital Solutions, email us and follow us on Facebook.
Welcome back into the broadcast booth, Mustang fans. The coin toss is finished up. Nodaway Valley is going to be kicking off. The Mustangs will receive to start the ball game. The coaches getting their last-minute adjustments, talking to the kickoff and kickoff return teams. See if Shenandoah can pop one here. Didn't have a chance to do that last week. There was a lot of pooch kicks from both sides. Really, Morgan Cotton was not able to get loose last week, so hopefully they'll kick it deep to our speed burner back there, and he can show why he was an all-district return man. Yeah, you're probably going to see the same type of kicking setup for both teams this week. Both teams can identify their best returners and kick it away from those guys. So somebody else is going to have to return it and set us up for our first drive. Looks like they will have Cotton deep to start the ball game on the kickoff return. He's going to be at about the 6 or 7 yard line for the Mustangs. Ball's teed up at the 40-yard line. Officials are all set. Kickoff and kickoff return teams are ready to rock and roll. Looks like kicking off for the Wolverines is Anthony Shaw. The whistle has blown, and game 2 of the 2021 season is underway. It's a high short kick. Cotton comes up on a hop, fields it at about the 21-yard line, spins away from a tackle. Nice return of about 10 yards to the 31-yard line. Yeah, good start. Starting field position. Let's get this thing going. So we're set to go for Nolan Mount's second game as a starter at the varsity level, the quarterback position. We're going to start out with a familiar formation for us. If you watched last week's game, 2 receivers to the left side, tight end and a wingback to the right side in shotgun formation. Looks like Mount's doing a little bit of a check with me there. Good snap. Handoff to Cotton on the right side. Gets swallowed up at the line of scrimmage. Maybe gets about a half a yard there. Good job by the middle of that aggressive defense for the Wolverines. Yeah, again, they're left the D end unblocked there, and so just got to adjust the blocking scheme to see if that play works later on in the game. You can imagine a free blocker was probably not in their plans there, but he happened to just get through. So, again, same formation for the Mustangs. Looks like you've got Cullen and Dukes out to the left side with Cotton in the backfield on the right side of your quarterback, Mount. Motion to the right side, left side, fumble on the snap, and it was picked up by Mount, so saving disaster there. I don't know if it was a low snap, couldn't see it, but just a little miscommunication there, a loss of 4 yards.
Yeah, get back on it here on third down and probably be putting it in the air and maybe be headed towards Blake Harold.
Yeah, Blake Harold or Morgan Cotton, those seem like two pretty good options here. Maybe that little middle screen here to Cotton. They didn't get that off the ground last week, so maybe that'll be something we can pop one here in the first. You got trips receivers to the left side, one to the right. Again, shotgun for Mount. Cotton goes out to the side. We do a little rocket screen and an interception off the hands of Dukes and stumbling down to about the 6-yard line. And Nodaway Valley will take over. The first big momentum play goes the way of the Wolverines here early in the first quarter.
Yeah, it looks like Anthony Shaw there on the interception. Take it down inside the 10 and set up Nodaway Valley first and goal.
Yeah, so we'll set up shop. Like Aaron said, Nodaway Valley's going to go some no huddle. They don't play ultra fast, but they don't huddle up for the most part. So here we go. The quarterback is Nathan Russell. He's a senior. He's lined up in the pistol set. You got two receivers to the left, motion to the right side, a little jet sweep. And that is Kalen DeVault, who gets swallowed up there. Good pursuit and good outside leverage there, not allowing the runner to get to the outside.
Yeah, like we talked about in the pregame, keep guys in front of you, know which way they're going, and tackle in the open field.
Those DeVault kids are very good athletes, and they're going to try to get them the ball as much as they can tonight, I would imagine. So, again, no huddle for the Wolverines. Still in the pistol set. One receiver to the right side, tight end on the right, twins to the left. And Russell's talking to his tailback there as he's ready to get the snap. And we've got a short pass on a slant, and it is caught in there by Tyson Ross for the touchdown. So the first points of the game after the turnover go to the Wolverines on a short drive. Nice pass by Russell to Ross for 6 points.
Yeah, you can't give them short field, and now it's time to get the ball back and start over.
And, maybe that's a lesson, too, for this young secondary. Inside leverage down inside the red zone opens up that slant. And a good route concept to go in for the touchdown. The point after is no good.
Yep.
So we're going to go to our first in-game commercial break with 9:53 to go in the first quarter. 6-0 Wolverines.
This very moment, a board-certified general surgeon will be leading her team in the removal of her patient's gallbladder. In this newly remodeled surgical suite, she'll use the latest technology and small laparoscopic incisions for a quicker recovery time. In a couple of weeks, the patient will have a pain-free and normal life again. These are the things that happen here every day. The new surgical center at Shenandoah Medical Center. Your health is our mission.
Welcome back into the broadcast booth in Greenfield, Iowa. It is 6-0 Nodaway Valley as we get set for the second offensive possession of the night for your Shenandoah Mustangs. I don't want to say it was exactly like week one, but as we got going in week one, we had that interception right away and kind of settled in. So maybe that's the route we're going to take tonight. You get that interception right away, maybe we can get settled in and get into our offense.
Yeah, get the offense going here. We got to put some points on the board, or at least put a drive together to get things started.
And Nodaway Valley struggled last week scoring and moving the ball, but when you only got 6 or 7 yards to go, it makes it a little easier to get the ball in the end zone. So back to kick again is going to be Anthony Shaw, the senior, and Cotton is back again. He's on his 10-yard line now. They did kick it relatively deep last time, gave Cotton a chance to return, so hopefully we can see hopefully we can see Cotton with the Jets. Shaw gets the kick away. It's a high short kick. Got about the 14-yard line. Cotton making a couple guys miss. Good spin off the tackle, and he's down at about the 33-yard line. So Morgan Cotton having a couple chances to return it tonight, which is a difference from a week ago.
Again, a good starting field position. Now make something of it.
Absolutely. We'll see what happens. Looks like we're flipping the formation from the start of last drive. We had twins to the left side of the offensive formation last time. Now we got twins to the right with Harold and Gardner on the left side. Cotton's on the right side of Mount. And Mount looks like he's ready for the snap. Good snap. A little trap play, and the ball's down again. This time Cotton fumbles the ball, and it's recovered in there again by the Wolverines. Second turnover, the first 5.5 minutes of the ball game. Not a good recipe for success, but it's a lot of ball game left.
Yeah, that was Nodaway Valley's nose guard, number 70, in there, breaking that play up right from the get-go. Hard to get that handoff and get it moving. So, again, let's see if the defense can settle in and get a stop and get the ball back.
Yeah, and that was Xander Hogan there, number 70 on that play. Big guy. And that was going to be, again, 1st and 10. Good field position for the Wolverines. Pistol set, balanced formation. Got some pressure. He flushed out to his left, but a wide open receiver, and Russell did a good job of feeling that pressure, getting over to the left side, and another catch by Tyson Ross.
Yeah, they're going to sneak guys behind. That's their game plan, is to run a bunch of short, fast routes and then sneak guys back around in the corner, run that wheel route for big plays.
Looks like we're running a cover 3 here, so from at least early. Snap back to Russell. He's flushed out to the right, and he gets the pass away, but it is incomplete. Intended, looked like for Ross again. Good pressure on the play by Harold, and he's a little slow to get up as we set up 2nd down.
Maybe just a wind knocked out of him, landed hard on the quarterback, and hopefully he'll get up and get back in the game.
Got a lot of ball game left. You don't want to see 10 on the ground.
That's
hopefully,
not,
like you said, it's just a little wind knocked out of you, and you're all right.
That's not the guy that Shenandoah wants to see on the ground. You are correct.
Well, while they're tending to Harold, looks like he's good. He's good. He's up. He's off on his own power. So there will not be a media timeout. We're going to get set up and ready to rock and roll here pretty soon. 2nd and goal, looks like on the 6-yard line for the Wolverines. Do we send pressure? We're getting pressure. Do we keep sending the pressure, flushing the quarterback out?
Yeah, that's a good question. You put pressure on your defensive backs, too. Every time you send linebackers, it makes it harder for them to stay in front of guys. It's a matter of whether or not we can match up speed for speed and keep their receivers in front of us.
The thing with pressure, it's great to send it, but you got to get home.
Got to get there.
Got to get home. So we got trips receivers to the right side, single receiver to the left in the pistol formation again. Shaw is behind Russell in the backfield. Quick pass, a little screen, and that's DeVault. And Kalen is into the end zone, broke the tackle of Cullen there, and that's another one of those DeVaults, and he's a heck of an athlete. We've got good athletes on our side, but so do they. 12-0 early. Again, just 6 minutes not even gone by in the game. 2 quick, easy scoring drives for the Wolverines.
DeVault is definitely a slippery receiver. He's been able to break some tackles early, makes the first guy miss. Again, we talked about tackling in the open field, and that's going to be the key to this ballgame. And
at 6'2", 185 pounds, good-sized kid. 2-point conversion is swallowed up at the line of scrimmage. Good effort by Shaw, but the Mustang interior, that defensive line, doing a good job of not allowing that 2-point conversion to be successful. So with 9:10 now to go in the first quarter, 12-0, Nodaway Valley. We'll be back here after these messages.
Inch of your body puts pressure on one place, your feet. So give your feet everything they could ask for by walking in to Brown Shoe Fit Shenandoah. Shoes for every occasion, boots for any situation, and above all, the right fit for you. After all, Brown Shoe Fit has been fitting feet for over 100 years. The only downside, so many shoes to choose from and only 2 feet. Great service, great selection, a great fit every time at Brown Shoe Fit, downtown Shenandoah.
This very moment, a board-certified orthopedic surgeon is on his way to a newly remodeled surgical suite where he'll scrub up and dress into infection-free equipment and begin a surgery to give his patient a replacement knee. With the help of a knowledgeable staff and the latest technology, he'll give this man hope for a normal life again without walking in pain. These are the things that happen here every day. The new surgical center at Shenandoah Medical Center. Your health is our mission.
Welcome back into the broadcast, and texts are always welcome. We got a text message that we didn't have the score up. That's my fault. Hopefully I got it fixed for you, and we'll have it better as the game goes on. But it's 12-0 with 9:10 to go in the first quarter. Shaw kicking it deep again. Cotton gets it. No, it's not going to be Cotton. It's going to be Dukes getting it at about the 18-yard line. Danced around a little bit. Picked up about 10 yards on the return. Again, not terrible starting field position for the Mustangs.
Yeah, it's time to start a drive. We've talked about it 2 times already, but settle in, get something going, get a first down, work your way back into the game.
So the Mustangs start their third drive, 2 turnovers on their first 2 drives. They're starting at the 29-yard line this time of the Wolverines in the I formation. I liked this formation last week. See if we can get some of that same magic going as we did a week ago. Had a little belly play up the middle to Gardner, and there was a lot of pressure. They sent about three linebackers on that one. He had no chance.
Yeah, no chance. Everybody came, anticipated that we were going to run the ball there, whether it was the fullback or tailback. Send everybody when we're in the I formation and see if we can get around them.
Yeah, that belly play is a great play, but it's off the toss. You know, you got to get that toss going. That belly should be wide open. We've got Twins to the right side. Tight coverage down here at the bottom on Labrum. It looks like they're going to be in a cover 1 type of situation. Mount scrambling, and he didn't do this at all last week. I like seeing that, putting his head down. Didn't make a bad play, no bad decision, just getting upfield, getting 5 yards.
It looked like it was going to be a short little pass out to the outside. Their linebacker, their strong side linebacker went straight to the play. Left the middle linebacker one-on-one with Nolan, and he was able to make something out of it.
Yeah, last week, and I commend the kid for that, looking downfield, trying to make a play, but sometimes you got to put your head down and get upfield. So, again, same formation, bobble, and on the exchange, and it's just some miscommunication back there between Cotton and Mount on that play-action fake handoff. Looked like we had a flare or a bubble coming over here on the far side, but just nothing came out of it.
Yeah, whoever was in motion there just happened to bump into Nolan on the way by. And now it's going to set us up 4th and long and back to a punting position.
And punting deep for the Mustangs is Logan Dickerson. And Logan had a heck of a punt there in the second half of the ball game last week in his own end zone, about a yard to the end line. And again, another mistake and another short field for Nodaway Valley. Just some mistakes that we didn't see last week we're starting to see right now.
Yeah, the snap got on the ground there, and Logan wasn't able to pick it up, just had to cover it up. Again, sets up Nodaway Valley in a short field position. Once again, the defense needs to come up with a big stop.
Yeah, big plays necessary here for the defense. Still a lot of game left, 7:02 to go in the first quarter. A lot of things can happen. You know, Nodaway Valley can turn it over 3 consecutive possessions just like we did. We just got to chip and fight and claw and try to work our way back into the game. But we are going to take a break, 7:02 to go. There's a timeout on the field, looks like by Shenandoah. So we'll be back here after these messages.
This very moment, a board-certified surgeon specializing in female pelvic medicine and reconstructive surgery is scrubbing up in a newly remodeled surgical center full of the latest technology to give a woman a chance to take back control over her body. It will take less than an hour. There will be minimal recovery time, and afterwards, she'll start to feel normal again. These are the things that happen here every day. The new surgical center at Shenandoah Medical Center. Your health is our mission.
Welcome back into Greenfield, Iowa. It's 12-0. Ball's going to be at the 12-yard line, so not first and goal, but still, again, another short field for the Wolverine offense, and they have not had trouble early moving the ball with the short field.
Yeah, it kind of sets up their offense, jet sweeps and short passes. Don't have to go very far, makes those plays really easy.
Sure, yeah, absolutely. They seem to test you both vertically and horizontally, so big test for the Mustangs going forward. So 1st and 10, here we go, back in the pistol set, Twins to each side. Russell back, a fade route into the corner of the end zone, and that was very good coverage. It looked like he caught it, but there's a whistle.
We have a flag on the play.
False start. So saved by, again, a mistake this time by Nodaway Valley, taking 6 points off the board.
Yep, it's just one-on-one coverage. Just throw it up and see who's more athletic at the high point, and they happen to catch it, but the Wolverines will back up on the false start.
It's pretty good coverage. Pretty good coverage over there. Just a good ball and a good catch.
Yep.
So 1st and 15 now. Ball's going to be at the 17-yard line. Same formation, twins to each side in the pistol. Russell takes a snap, looks to throw. He's got pressure in his face immediately, and he is taken down by a whole host of Mustangs. Last guy to get to him was Labrum, so it'll probably go down as a community sack there, but Labrum will probably get credit. Nice play by the Mustangs.
Yeah, Owen Laughlin was the first one to get there. He came free from his linebacker spot and caused the mix-up in the backfield, and the rest of the Mustangs came in to take him down.
We are getting pressure. There's been 3 or 4 pass plays here in the last couple drives where we're getting some pressure. So twins to each side again, same formation, just a base balance formation for the Wolverines. A pistol set again. This is DeVault in the backfield. Be wary of something going to him. A little fake. Toss. That was a lateral pass. DeVault makes the catch, but he's got nowhere to go. Good job by the defense there for the Mustangs to string that out.
Again, Hunter Dukes over there getting in the way. Once again, just like we talked in the pregame, keep those guys in front of us. Don't let them get behind you, and then tackle in the open field.
I would say anytime you see number 1 in the backfield, there's got to be a pretty good idea that he may be getting the ball.
Right, he's going to get the ball a lot.
So we got 5:52 to go. We got a timeout on the field this time for Nodaway Valley. It's a big 3rd down in the ball game. 3rd down and 21 at the 23-yard line. We'll be back here in about 30 seconds.
3rd down and 20.
Corporation in Shenandoah is growing. Pella is a family-owned company and has a strong heritage that started in 1925. Pella offers a strong benefit package, competitive wages, quarterly bonuses, profit sharing, and more. Pella has a decreased overtime schedule. You'll never work on Sundays, and you will have at least 2 Saturdays off each month to spend more time with your family. Go to careers.pella.com to see what jobs are available and apply today. Experience is not necessary, as Pella will provide training. Pella is an equal opportunity employer.
Welcome back, Mustang fans. Little game reset. 5:52 to go in the first quarter. We're just over halfway through the first quarter. It has been a rocky first quarter so far for the Mustangs, but big 3rd down coming up, hoping to try to get the ball back without giving up any more points.
The Mustangs need a big stop here. Get a stop here on 3rd down. Force them to make a decision. They're probably they're in 4-down territory, so just keep receivers in front of you, keep short yardage, and get the ball back.
Not a lot of plays in the playbook for 3rd and 20, but if you got athletes, anything can happen. Balance formation this time for the Wolverines. Twins to both sides. DeVault goes in motion and a little rocket screen. And this is a broken tackle, and he's tackled at about the 11-yard line. That was Boston DeVault, the brother of Kalen DeVault. Makes a nice play. Makes it a 4th and manageable here now, 4th and 9.
Yeah, Ben Labrum comes out there to get that stop. Again, keep the guys in front. We got to make that first open field tackle, but if we don't, we got to have somebody there to cover it up.
So 4th and 9, it's a no-huddle offense, but it's a big play. They're going to take their time, make sure they get it, get the right play call. With no huddle, you've got a pistol formation. You've got 2 backs in the backfield now behind Russell. 1 receiver to the left, 2 to the right. Looks like we're showing some pressure up the middle with Cotton, and he falls back. And Cotton does come. Flushed out to the right is Russell. He's got nobody there, but there are flags on the play. Russell's in for a touchdown, but I don't think it's going to stand. That's usually in the area of a holding.
Yeah, not to talk over you, but there was definitely holding on that play. Harold tried to get inside and was definitely held there by that tackle, and that play is going to come back.
So, big play. This is the 2nd penalty on this drive offensively for Nodaway Valley. So what would have been a touchdown, 2nd time in this drive, taking touchdowns off the board. It's going to be a 4th down and long now, nearly 20 for the Wolverines.
Yeah, just get a stop here, get the ball back, and see if we can't settle in on the offensive side of the ball.
Yeah, getting a stop could really help settle down the young offense here. So twins to each side. Russell back to pass. He's got pressure in his face, but he's got a man open and incomplete, just off the fingertips. The coverage wasn't terrible, but it was a good ball. Russell's throwing good balls, but it's just this one fell off the hands and turnover on downs.
Right, just a little overthrown there, but that one-on-one coverage, coaches up here talking about getting that safety over the top on that side, wasn't there to get the coverage, but luckily the ball was overthrown, and the Mustangs start first and 10 here again. And not bad field position, just get something going again. Once again, we need a first down to get things going.
I believe that was Ross, as it was the intended receiver, and he's already had a big first quarter. So we've got twins to each side for Mount in the pistol. A lot of motion pre-snap. We'll see what the officials call, and it's a false start on the Mustangs.
Yeah, there was a lot of movement on the defense, but I guess they're going to call it on Holman. Mustangs going to start back first and 15.
And not the worst thing in the world. You still got 3 downs to get these 15 yards. And we had some chunk plays last week. It's in us. So we'll see what happens. Same formation, pistol set, balanced, twins to each side. Quick passing game, and Cullen makes the catch. That's a big play. And he's still on his feet at the 40, down to the 42, maybe 43-yard line. That's what they needed. They needed to get out of their own way, make a nice pass, nice catch, move the chains, first down.
Right, that short, quick 1, 2, 3, get it out of Nolan's hands, and get the receivers going downfield.
And again, we've got speed. We got the big guy in Harold, but we got some speed out there with Dukes and with Cullen. They can sure make some plays. They're lightning in a bottle sometimes. Trips to the left side in the shotgun, Cotton to the right of Mount. Pressure coming again. Mount has time, makes the throw. Harold with the catch, and he's tackled right away. That's a good tackle by John Jebby, the senior corner, at about the 47, 48-yard line.
Yeah, the pressure was coming right in Mount's face. He was able to step up and still get the ball out to his receiver and get it out to 2nd and 5.
Hey, you'll take a 5-yard gain anytime you can get it. So same formation. Harold's the single receiver on this near side. 3 receivers to the left. We got another rocket screen, and Dukes again, just off his hands, maybe taking his eyes off of it a little soon.
Yeah, you never know where the pressure is going to come from, but again, Nodaway Valley is bringing pressure from the left side, and so that's one-on-one coverage, get a couple blockers out in front, and that's going to go for a big gain.
One thing I'm noticing just from up here watching, in this 3-by-1 set, we're getting our 6'3", 6'4" Blake Harold against a much smaller corner one-on-one in the boundary. That could be something they go back to as we move forward.
Yeah, a little change from the offense from last week where Harold is on the single side.
Deep pass, Mount to Harold, and he got it! Harold makes the catch at the 18-yard line. We just talked about that. One-on-one Harold against Jebby, and Jebby, pretty good coverage, good ball, give your big tall guy a chance, good play.
Yeah, the most athletic guy on the field for his size, and just give him a chance, throw it up high, and see what happens.
That was a heck of a play, and 2 big chunk plays in the passing game. That was what was working last week. Maybe we get the big chunk plays and we can settle into that ground attack like we did last week. Kind of opposite of what you'd expect. Pass sets up the run. 3-by-1 set again. Labrum down here at the bottom, replacing Harold. Mount floating out to his left, caught by Gardner. Gardner makes the catch, and he's tackled about 9 yards. Nice little arrow route by your slot receiver, the fullback, really, for 9 yards. Good hands.
Yeah, again, the faster we can get it out of Mount's hands into a receiver's hands, faster their defense, it neutralizes their defensive front from getting to the quarterback.
Yeah, and you talked about it pregame. We had mentioned they're going to send some people, and they really are. They're as advertised, but we're doing a good job of getting that ball out, rolling him out, little sprint outs to get him out of trouble. We had an injured player on the field. I can't tell if that was.
It looks like we have a.
Dukes?
That was
Mount.
Yeah, Mount has an equipment issue, I think. Gardner was injured. Mount has a helmet issue, but it looks like the refs have given him time to fix that.
Perfect.
Get him back out on the field.
There we go. So little reset, 2nd down. It's a long one. I'd call it 2. It's 2 on our scoreboard. It's 1 on their scoreboard. Nevertheless, again, same formation that they've had success with on this drive, 3-by-1 with pistol, Cotton in the back. And Mount makes it a little one step, and he was drilled on that one. The pass was caught by Owen Laughlin, but he had nowhere to go. DeVault made a good play.
Yeah, just coming up there, tried to run a little bubble screen or just a little bubble route, and that was a good play by their safety.
So it's going to be a loss of, it looks like about 3 yards on the play, so we're 3rd and 5. Is it 4-down territory? We have a field goal kicker, but maybe down by 2 scores early, it's a 4-down territory situation. Maybe we score and we don't have to worry about it.
That would be a better plan.
So Mount gets the snap. He rolls to his left, throws the flag route in the corner, and that's caught. That is caught for a touchdown. I can't see the number. That's Brody Cullen. Nice. Big play. Good flag route. That's what you're taught as a quarterback. You throw it to that back pylon, give your guy a chance to make a play. Good play.
Yeah, Brody Cullen went up and got it there right on the sideline, and the refs said he got a foot down. Touchdown Mustangs.
Getting on the board. Break the seal with just under 2 minutes to go in the first quarter. It's a brand new ball game. Seth Zwickel's going to be on to try the extra point. He was 3 for 3 last week. See if we get that same sort of fortune this week. It looks like Labrum's running on. They were a guy short.
Why is he coming right here? Why is he coming right here? He's on the line right there. Good.
Snap is a little low. Good job by Scammon to get the snap down, and the kick is good. So only a 5-point game with 2 minutes to go in the first quarter. Good rebound by the Mustangs.
Yeah, again, just got that first down, got us moving in the right direction, and the Mustangs were able to put a scoring drive together.
Big drive for Cullen, big drive for Mount and Harold. Deep balls testing this secondary of the Wolverines. We've got 2 minutes to go until the end of the quarter. We'll be back in about 60 seconds.
Heritage Bank is proud to be a locally owned community bank. We have been committed to our community and meeting the financial needs of our customers since 1873. We are confident that our knowledgeable staff can help you make informed decisions about your financial needs no matter how big or small. Let us show you how rewarding a relationship with First Heritage Bank can be. Stop in at one of our 2 locations, or you can find out more information at www.fhbshen.com. First Heritage Bank is a proud supporter of Shenandoah High School athletics. Go Shen, member FDIC.
Welcome back to Greenfield, Iowa. 1:57 to go in the first quarter. The Mustangs get on the board. The aerial attack was on point for Mount and company. Good blocking, good scheming, getting Mount out of trouble. Sprint outs, quick throws. That seems to be the recipe for success tonight against this defense.
Yeah, like we said during the drive, Mount getting the ball out quickly, but rolling away from that pressure. Some really good calls on the offense that drive, and now let's see if Nodaway Valley can actually put a longer drive together, not just us setting them up in short yardage territory.
Yep. For the first quarter, we don't know if they can do that yet because we've given them short field. Seth Zwickel's on to kick off for the Mustangs. Kicks it off from the 40. That's a good boot. It's off in the corner. It stays in bounds and goes out of bounds. I think he meant to do that. It bounced at about the 18-yard line and had like 3 rolls straight into the end zone for a touchback.
I know the game plan was not to kick it to number one. Number one, I'm not even sure if he was out on the field, but that was a great kick all the way down through the end zone, and we'll see the Wolverines start at the 20.
I'm fairly certain that back deep was the other DeVault there. That was Boston. 1 and 21 sometimes is difficult. So twins to each side, balance formation in the pistol. Boston DeVault in motion. Bad snap, ball's on the ground, and we have a penalty on the field. I'm assuming it's illegal motion. Could be even a snap infraction on that one, just snapping it ahead of time.
Yep, that's what it looks like. That was pretty quick whistle there. Must have been a snap infraction.
So your first down and 15. Mistakes were all Shenandoah the first about 5-6 minutes of the game. As we've gotten settled into the game, the mistakes have now started to flip a little bit on the side of the Wolverines. We'll see if we can hopefully get some fortune and keep that going. High snap. Russell makes the catch there out to Kalen DeVault, and he's dragging Dukes and company for about 13 yards there. Nice little pitch and catch for the Wolverines.
He's a big, strong kid, but again, keep him in front, make the open field tackle, and make him put a couple plays together to get a first down.
So that's officially going to be an 11-yard gain. Again, twins to each side. They like to balance that formation up. It helps them see what coverage that they're in. Good play at the line of scrimmage. Labrum bats the ball at the line of scrimmage and then has the wherewithal to come down with it. I don't know how many times I've seen that play in my life. Not many. Great play by Labrum.
Yeah, great play by the defensive end. Labrum there, get his hands up in the air. If you can't get to the quarterback, the next thing you got to do is get your hands up in a passing lane. Not only that, he got the interception.
Big play. Having some turnovers now. It's, again, starting to flip. That momentum, it was all Wolverines early. Now it's starting to flip to the Mustangs. They're sticking in that 3-by-1 shotgun formation. Snap back to Mount. Looks like we got a little tunnel screen. A little bit low and just not able. Wouldn't have probably mattered if Blake would have caught that. No gain on the play. Incomplete, 2nd and 10.
Yeah, similar play to what we've run already. Just haven't completed it yet. Tried a different receiver out there on the edge and a little bit of a low throw. Nothing hurt, nothing gained. Go for it on 2nd down.
Okay, still have the ball. You still got good field position. Just kind of looked like Mount's feet just were a little funky on that one. Just weren't set. It leads to the errant throw. So twins to each side. Motion by Gardner to the right. And the heavy pressure early. Mount's able to get away, get it to his outlet, and another catch by your fullback. I know he's not a fullback. He's kind of like an H-back, but good hands, good catch. 5 yards, sets up 3rd and 5.
Mount with much better footwork this week, moving in and out of the pocket, moving up in the pocket, and then moving out of the pocket, getting away from pressure, and then finding those open receivers.
I said in the second half of the game last week that I'm drinking the Kool-Aid, and I mean seems like every week he's just going to keep getting better and better, and that only bodes well for the Mustangs over the next 3 years. So another 3-by-1. Yeah, there's your screen, and Cotton is tackled, but he's at the 15-yard line. Depends on the spot. Maybe 4th and a yard. Sets up a decision here. They ran that little middle screen a lot last year, a couple times in last week's game. Didn't really ever pop for anything big, but with a blitzing team, that's a smart call.
Yeah, sets up a short here, fourth down, inside the Wolverine 20. Hopefully the Mustangs can get a 1st down and continue this drive.
I'm feeling I formation toss here. That was kind of their bread and butter last week. That's what I'm feeling. So I formation, single receiver to each side. What do I know? Quarterback sneak. And looks like Mount's going to have it. And I'll tell you what, Mount last week had a quarterback sneak and was very tentative, tiptoeing through, got the 1st down. He was much more decisive on this one.
Absolutely. Put his head down, got through the hole. Great work by the big guys up front. Push and get that 1st down.
Yeah, created that push. You only needed a yard, and they got it. So moving the chains keeps the drive alive. 1st and 10, and officially the 13-yard line for the Mustangs. I formation. It's a strong right formation. Harold, the tight end, on the right side. You got Dukes down here on the near side, and you've got Cullen on the far side as Mount's taking his time. It's going to be, it looks like the end of the 1st quarter. No reason to make a play or to call a play here. You've got the momentum. You've got a 1st and 10 at the 13. We'll flip sides. We'll take a break. We'll be back in about a minute and a half. Got a good ball game brewing here in Greenfield. 12-7 Wolverines, but the Mustangs are driving.
He's just dropping back in the
Sorensen Auto Plaza, Southwest Iowa's #1 provider of used vehicles. New inventory alert, a 2011 Cadillac SRX Premium with all-wheel drive, super clean leather interior, 106,000 miles and more. You can buy here and pay here. Sorensen Auto Plaza is the bank. Get fast, easy financing. Buy with peace of mind. Stop by Sorensen Auto Plaza in Shenandoah today.
Yeah, excellent.
This very moment, a board-certified orthopedic surgeon is on his way to a newly remodeled surgical suite where he'll scrub up and dress into infection-free equipment and begin a surgery to give his patient a replacement knee. With the help of a knowledgeable staff and the latest technology, he'll give this man hope for a normal life again without walking in pain. These are the things that happen here every day. The new surgical center at Shenandoah Medical Center. Your health is our mission.
inch of your body puts pressure on one place, your feet. So give your feet everything they could ask for by walking in to Brown Shoe Fit Shenandoah. Shoes for every occasion, boots for any situation, and above all, the right fit for you. After all, Brown Shoe Fit has been fitting feet for over 100 years. The only downside, so many shoes to choose from and only 2 feet. Great service, great selection, a great fit every time at Brown Shoe Fit, downtown Shenandoah.
All right, Mustang fans, second quarter about to start. 1st and 10 at the 13-yard line. We've flipped sides. I formation for Mount and the Mustangs. It's a little 5-step drop and a floated pass to nobody in particular there. Just looked like miscommunication. And we have an interception, but there is a flag on the return. So I would assume that it's going to stand, but you may have a block in the back here by the Wolverines.
Yeah, it looked like we had 2 wide receivers going to the same location. Nolan just made a poor choice and just threw it up, hoping that one of those 2 would cut underneath the defense, and that didn't happen.
You know, it's kind of been this first quarter and 12 seconds has really been a game of big plays and mistakes. And the first team to kind of level off might be the team that can kind of pull away here as we get going. But it's 1st and 10 now. Oh, looks like our offense is still on the field. Did I miss the call?
No, it's definitely their ball. It was
Okay.
After the interception, blocking the back.
Okay. There we go. So the Wolverines will start in very poor field position, their worst field position of the night after the turnover. It'll be at about the 11-yard line, 10.5-yard line, and it's going to be, again, twin receivers, a big split down here by Kalen DeVault. Could be a slant coming, something like that. They hand it off inside. And a short gain, that's something they haven't been able to do so far this year. They ran for negative yards last week, and, I mean, they don't run it a lot, but they're not very successful at it so far early in the year.
Yeah, they only ran the ball like 7 times in a set run play, not the quarterback scrambling. And so they start this drive with a short little draw play and probably setting up some wide receivers out here one-on-one on the outside.
So Russell's again in the pistol. Takes a snap. It's a short drop, and he's going deep, and he's got a man, but he's just long. DeVault had a step. Beautiful ball, a little more air on it, and that might be 6 points.
Yeah, like I said right before that play, we got one-on-one coverage way out here on the corner. Their quarterback has plenty of arm, and DeVault has plenty of speed. Mustangs might have to start bringing a safety over the top to help these 2, especially on the wide side of the field.
And we have speed, but you're just sophomores versus seniors here, and freshmen versus seniors. So it makes it tough sometimes to cover those deep balls. So 3rd down and 6, high snap. Russell gets it, and another deep ball. More air on it this time, and it is a catch. It looked like he may have been out of bounds on that one. But they said he had a foot down. That's the 1st down.
Yeah, pretty close. They're on the sideline. Obviously, the officials right down there on the field. Great passing catch to DeVault on that wide side of the field.
So you go from the 16 to the 44. So it's a 28-yard pass play on 3rd and 6. Sets up a 1st down near midfield. Pistol formation, twins, good route concept, but just nobody's open. He's going deep, and Dukes is the cover man, and he's fumbled. Oh, wow, we nearly had a gift right there. DeVault caught it, took a couple steps, fumbled, but was able to recover. Big play, 1st and goal, Wolverines.
Yeah, we didn't get to the quarterback, and he was able to scramble. And, again, DeVault has a ton of speed, and that one-on-one coverage way down the field, their quarterback has plenty of arm to make that connection.
Yeah, this is something that maybe the Wolverines have kind of figured out. We figured out, Harold one-on-one on the previous drive. Maybe they're figuring out get DeVault one-on-one and go deep and give them a shot. Looks like we've got a timeout on the field. We're going to take one with them with an injury timeout for a Nodaway Valley player. We'll be back here in about 30 seconds.
This very moment, a board-certified surgeon specializing in female pelvic medicine and reconstructive surgery is scrubbing up in a newly remodeled surgical center full of the latest technology to give a woman a chance to take back control over her body. It will take less than an hour. There will be minimal recovery time, and afterwards, she'll start to feel normal again. These are the things that happen here every day. The new surgical center at Shenandoah Medical Center. Your health is our mission.
That injury timeout was for Nodaway Valley. Looks like number 19, that's Anthony Shaw, is their kicker, and their tailback. He went off the field on his own power, hobbling still just a bit. Looks like into the game now is number 13. The number doesn't match the roster, so I don't know who that is, but we'll got a wide open receiver in the flat there on 1st and goal. That was Boston DeVault. And he gets in for a touchdown. The passing game proving lethal, really, for both sides. If the receivers are making the catches, the quarterbacks are putting the ball on them.
Yeah, that was a pretty easy concept. The outside guy ran a slant. The inside guy ran out to the flat. One-on-one coverage. The inside guy, for us on defense, just couldn't keep up.
There's almost a pick there because he had a slant in and out. I don't know if it was a rub route or not. Motion and a flag on the play. It was going to be a jet sweep there to Boston DeVault. We had a false start, so 2 men in motion on that one. It's going to be a 5-yard penalty. This happened a lot to us last week. Missouri Valley had 3 or 4 penalties on 2-point conversions that really hurt them throughout the course of the game. If it would have gone another way, you could have looked at that. So again, 2-point conversion, 5 yards further back at the 8-yard line. Pistol set, twins to each side. They're tight twins this time, not big splits. And we've got a seam fade, and nobody's there. There was pretty physical coverage in the end zone there by Hunter Dukes. I mean, maybe he's saying enough is enough, and it's time to get physical with these guys. So, little reset, 10:36 to go until halftime. 18-7, still anybody's ball game. The offenses are starting to click for both sides. We'll be back after this short timeout from our local sponsors.
Corporation in Shenandoah is growing. Pella is a family-owned company and has a strong heritage that started in 1925. Pella offers a strong benefit package, competitive wages, quarterly bonuses, profit sharing, and more. Pella has a decreased overtime schedule. You'll never work on Sundays, and you will have at least 2 Saturdays off each month to spend more time with your family. Go to careers.pella.com to see what jobs are available and apply today. Experience is not necessary, as Pella will provide training. Pella is an equal opportunity employer.
Building your vision is what they help do at Miller Building Supply, Shenandoah. Once you've picked your project, comes the supply list. Miller Building Supply is a full-line lumberyard with electrical, plumbing, and hardware departments and all the tools needed to get the job done. Windows, doors, countertops, tub and shower units, kitchen and bath cabinets, and a fresh coat of paint. Yup, they have all that too. And if you have a question, they work hard to get you an answer. Miller Building Supply in Shenandoah. Don't just dream it. Build it.
Welcome back to Greenfield, folks. 10:36 to go until halftime. 18-7. Nodaway Valley with the lead. A new kicker after the injury to Shaw. It's going to be 34, Zach Jebby. And he gets it away. It's a low line drive kick over the head of Cotton, and that's going to go into the end zone for a touchback as well. So Jebby's got a pretty good boot there. Little underestimation there by Cotton, and it went over his head. Its touchback will start at the 20.
Yeah, the flags are blown that way. I don't know if the flags help there, the win, but both of our touchbacks have went to that south end zone.
It's a very good end zone. Very good end zone for the touchbacks. The Mustangs are trotting onto the field. Here comes quarterback Nolan Mount. The rest of his offense is already out there ready to go. Looks like we're going to be in a pistol set and a tight set. One receiver to each side. Harold is tight to the line, almost like a flexed out tight end on the right side there. Motion by Gardner behind the quarterback and a toss, and he's got the edge, and he gets to the outside. Nice little 6-yard gain. That was a nice little wrinkle out of that formation that they haven't really ran. We had a crack by Harold Nice job by the Mustangs.
Yeah, a little adjustment and run that toss sweep for a nice 5-6 yard gain to start this drive. Again, move the chains and get things going in the right direction.
Hopefully that opens up that ground attack. If we can be balanced a little bit more, I think that's going to help us keep our defense off the field. Tire these guys out maybe on the offensive side so they don't have as much juice. So it looks like double wing formation, and again in motion is Gardner, and a handoff up the middle to Cotton. Cotton's always a physical runner, and he gets it for about 3 yards. It's going to set up a 3rd and 1.
Yeah, again, just making those defensive, those linebackers see movement in front of their eyes is going to change our running game and give us a chance to move the ball on the ground.
So 3rd down and 1 at about the 29-yard line. And I formation and a handoff, a little ISO, and Cotton's got the first down, gain of about 4 yards, starting to get the ground game going. 3 runs in a row, 14 yards, we've moved the chains.
Right, again, we've got to slow those linebackers down for the Wolverines. If we put the ball on the ground, it slows them down from their blitzing, gives Mount a little bit more time in the passing game. I'd like to see a drive here where we put the ball on the ground a couple more times.
So 9:42 to go until halftime. Mount's checking at the line of scrimmage, it looks like. Looks like man coverage from what I can see. And we got a roll out to the left. He's got Labrum. He's throwing back across his body to Cullen. He did that a lot last week, that little throwback, and it worked again. Big play, 1st and 10.
Yeah, rolling out to his left, and Cullen fighting his way all the way across the middle of the field. A nice deep ball for 22 yards.
We'll take it. It moves the chains. 1st and 10. The Mustangs driving. The same formation they lined up in last play. Twins to the right side. Looks like Harold and Gardner on the near side. A handoff to Cotton. He's trying to fight his way through trash, but a good play. A lot of penetration that time for Nodaway Valley. Good job defensively.
Yeah, again, those linebackers moving up on that side. That's the side that they seem to come from a lot. Tried to run into them, hoping that they would stay back, and didn't work there on 1st down.
Didn't have any pre-step motion on that play. That was just a straight give to the tailback. Maybe that's something that we continue to incorporate, that motion like you talked about, move the linebackers' eyes. 3 receivers to the bottom, 1 receiver to the top. Mounts in the shotgun with Cotton to his right. Snaps a good one. Looks like we got a rocket screen fake and a deep shot into double coverage, and they were fighting for it, and it looks like the DeVault brothers were fighting for it, but Boston's the one that gets the interception. That was a deep ball into double coverage, and it's another turnover for the Mustangs.
Yeah, taking a shot downfield there on 1st down. I'm not sure that either one of those guys had the ball in possession as they went out of bounds. But again, the referee's right there on the sideline and gives the Wolverines the turnover.
So we flip offense to defense again after the turnover. And Nodaway Valley is going to set up in their pretty much bread and butter formation, the Twins to both sides in the pistol. As Russell's back to take the snap. He takes the snap. It's a quick little comeback route to DeVault, who picks up about 2-3 yards on the play, sets up a 2nd down at about 7.
Yeah, really good tackle there in the open field by Dukes. And again, keeping those guys in front of us and then making the tackle in the open field is part of the game plan. That's something that we got to do to keep the chains from moving too quickly for the Wolverines.
8 minutes now to go until the halftime break. Again, Twins to both sides, pistol formation. Russell takes the snap. He's rolling out to his right, and he's got another man wide open. And a great recovery by Hunter Dukes, and another turnover. We're just trading turnovers here in the first half. Both teams back and forth.
Yeah, great play there on defense by Dukes. Able to get down there and get that interception, and you saw an adjustment there. Cullen, the safety, was over the top of that, and so they were thrown into double coverage. Huge turnover for the Mustangs. Hopefully we can put a drive together and in this 2nd quarter on a positive note.
And we did have Dukes beat there right off the snap. He had a step, but good recovery by Dukes to never give up, have a short memory. Those defensive backs have got to have a short memory.
He's got a long high school career ahead of him.
That's right.
So you got to have a short memory.
So the Mustangs take over at their own 42-yard line. Good field position. Trips to the right side. Dukes, the lone receiver, to the left side. Cotton also on the left side. And the snaps to Mount. He's going to roll to his right, and he's got some room, but he throws it over the top to a wide open Gardner, and Gardner breaks 2 tackles, and he's still on his feet, and he might go all the way. And he's in for a touchdown. No flags. That's a 48-yard touchdown pass to your H-back.
Yeah, 58 yards.
Oh,
Give him the extra 10 yards on our side of the field. Great play there by Mount. Again, he moved out of the pocket, gave himself time, came up, acted like he was going to run, and then Gardner was able to get down the sideline. Great run by Gardner, showing his speed and agility.
Breaking a couple tackles along the way. So Zwickle's on for the extra point to cut it to a 4-point game. It hasn't been pretty the whole time, but they're fighting and they're scrapping, and we're right in the ball game. Better snap, good hold by Scammon, and the kick is good. So Zwickle still perfect on the year, 5 for 5. With 7:28 to go until halftime, the Mustangs clawing back via the passing game, 18-14. We'll be right back after this.
Heritage Bank is proud to be a locally owned community bank. We have been committed to our community and meeting the financial needs of our customers since 1873. We are confident that our knowledgeable staff can help you make informed decisions about your financial needs, no matter how big or small. Let us show you how rewarding a relationship with First Heritage Bank can be. Stop in at one of our 2 locations, or you can find out more information at www.fhbshen.com. First Heritage Bank is a proud supporter of Shenandoah High School athletics. Go Shen, member FDIC.
Digital Solutions started small, but now we're growing as FDS provides live streaming coverage for over 20 schools across 3 different states on our Fuller Digital Solutions YouTube channel. Subscribe to get notified when we go live for your school events. Big events are captured live, and your business can get noticed with advertising during our live streams. Local talent and camera operators are encouraged to contact us too. For future employment, no experience necessary, we will train. For information about advertising or working with Fuller Digital Solutions, email us and follow us on Facebook.
Welcome back to Greenfield, Mustang fans. And now the scoreboard is correct. It's 18-14. Shenandoah just scored on a big 58-yard touchdown pass from Mount to Bo Gardner. So big play. And we've had big plays all game from both teams, and we've had big mistakes. That's kind of been the theme, big plays, big mistakes. Zwickle's set to kick it off again. Last one was a touchback. We'll see if he's fortunate this time. Right off the side of his foot there, and it's still not going to go out of bounds. Picked up at the 10-yard line in DeVault. He's got an alley, and he's going to go. That's John Jebby. Great effort by Hunter Dukes. I thought for sure that Jebby was gone, but Hunter Dukes showing that track speed, saving a touchdown for the Mustangs.
Yeah, that's a big play again. Make their offense score. And that's how they won last week against Mount Air. The big touchdown coming on a kickoff return. That was a great kick by Zwickle down there. Got it stopped inside the 15. The Mustang defense just needs to get there and cover that up.
There was a seam, and he busted right through it. But, again, I thought he was gone. Great play by Dukes. Balanced formation again for Russell and the Wolverines. Quick snap and throw to DeVault, and he breaks a tackle, but Harold throws him out of bounds after a gain of about, we'll say 6 or 7. So brings up second and short.
Yeah, it looks like Dukes is slow to get up, but did get up. Once again, keep those receivers in front, make the tackle. That was a good play by Harold to come over and clean up Dukes' starts tackle.
There was a stoppage on the play after the play. Looks like Dukes is going to go off the field with the trainer. Got a sub in the game on number 7. Looks like number 7's in now. That's Tyson Shaw for the Mustangs. That's what I have in my book. So second down and like a long 3 here. Twins to each side. Russell in the pistol. Little fake, and he's going deep again to DeVault, but he just missed him. They're going deep on this right side with DeVault. They're picking on that one-on-one coverage, and this time Mustang's fortunate to have the overthrow.
Yeah, good thing that ball was thrown out of bounds. Beat on a double move, a little hitch and go there on the sideline from DeVault. Again, you got to know where that guy is. He's the best player on the field for the Wolverines. Got to keep him in front.
It's really the perfect time to call that play. Second short, give him a little pump fake and go. Again, same formation for Nodaway Valley. And there's your rocket screen, but his knee was down. Fortunate again for the Mustangs. He had some yardage there after the play, but again, knee was down, a loss of about 1.5 yards. It's going to be 4th and 5.
Yeah, again, Wolverines in 4th down territory for sure. I doubt they're going to punt here. I mean, maybe they'll prove me wrong, but I doubt it.
I'm thinking they're going for it. With a wide split here on one, you might be seeing a little slant. Yeah, there's nobody on him. They've moved Dukes over. And a timeout. There's some miscommunication in the secondary for the Mustangs. Probably a really good timeout by Coach Ratliff to get them all squared away.
Yes, excellent timeout. Mustangs were not where they needed to be on defense. Again, we're on the wide side of the field. We better know where one is and maybe bring a safety over the top to make sure that he's not their target, make somebody else beat you.
So 6:33 to go until halftime. We'll take a short break, be back in 30 seconds. Fuller Digital Solutions YouTube live stream of your Shenandoah Mustangs.
This very moment, a board-certified general surgeon will be leading her team in the removal of her patient's gallbladder. In this newly remodeled surgical suite, she'll use the latest technology and small laparoscopic incisions for a quicker recovery time. In a couple of weeks, the patient will have a pain-free and normal life again. These are the things that happen here every day. The new surgical center at Shenandoah Medical Center. Your health is our mission.
Right, give yourself a chance.
Welcome back in. Big play here in the second quarter. 6:33 to go until halftime. Again, you are wide splits here on this near side. 4th and 5. Your best 2 receivers for Nodaway Valley are on this near side. And we had some miscommunication by Nodaway Valley. Mustangs catching a break there. I don't know what would have happened on the play, but the quarterback, Russell, just fell to the ground. He knew it was over.
Yeah, nobody on the offensive line moved. I don't know if they missed the snap count or what, but that's a big play for the Mustang defense.
We'll take the turnover. We'll take the ball at the 38-yard line. So 1st and 10, Mustangs, for the first time since their opening drive, have a chance to take the lead. They've just switched the footballs in, and it's going to be, again, trips. They've liked this formation tonight, have the Mustangs. Trips to one side with Harold over to the far side all by himself. And he's got a man on the slant, but he had Harold open on the other side, and he's throwing the slant to this side, and it was fortunate that it fell out of the hands of the linebacker.
Yeah, Gardner was actually open out in the flat. You'll actually see the Nodaway Valley safety actually cheats over to the Harold side of the field. Gives us 3 guys one on one. It was actually a good combination route. Just misread who we were supposed to throw it to.
So it brings up a 2nd down and 10. 6:27 to go until halftime. 2 receivers to each side. Cotton in the backfield with Mount. Good snap. He's got time. Throws it into the flat. Maybe some miscommunication there with him and Dukes. That gives you a 3rd down and 10.
Yeah, I'm not sure if Nolan thought that Dukes was going to cut to the outside. He turned in. The ball went out. Brings up a 3rd down long.
I would say in this situation we're not in 4-down territory. I mean, most of the game for both teams, it's been 4-down territory. If we don't get close, it's probably going to be a punt. But we've got 10 yards to go, and we've got twins, it looks like, to each side. Cullen is the near receiver on our side with Gardner in the slot. Motion by Harold. It's going to end up being trips on this side. Mount's got time, and off the hands of Harold, that's a hard pass, and it was probably only about a 7-yard pass, and he fired it in there. It's fortunate it didn't go into the hands of a Wolverine.
Yeah, probably best case scenario. He wouldn't have gotten very far. I would have brought up 4th down anyway. Good thing the ball got on the turf, and the Mustangs will punt.
So back to punt for the 2nd time tonight is Logan Dickerson, and for Dickerson, he's hoping he's getting a better snap so he can get this thing off because he's got a pretty good boot. Better snap. He gets the kick away. It's a spiral. It bounces at the 38-yard line and no return. Good coverage in there be killed at the 28-yard line by Clayton Holben. Good hustle down there by your lineman to get down there and kill it. So change of possession, 6:04 to go until halftime. It's a whole new ball game from the beginning when it was 12-0 quick.
Yeah, it didn't look good early, but the Mustangs have settled in, started to make Nodaway Valley have to put drives together from further away. And again, once again, here we are with the Mustangs hopefully putting a good defensive drive together.
Quick out, and Harold just about got his hands on it, but a nice tackle by Dukes. Nice tackle by Dukes, and that was, I'd say, maybe a foot away from being a pick six for Harold.
Yeah, starting to read that play. They've started a couple drives with that little, flat pass out to DeVault. And one of these times, Harold might jump that.
Same formation. Looks like we're still lined up in cover one. And he's going deep, taking a shot on the other side of the field. Nobody home. That was Boston DeVault, the intended receiver. Good coverage over there. Really good coverage across the board this time for the Mustangs. Nobody to throw the ball to for Russell.
Yeah, their quarterback not so good of stepping up in the pocket. He might have been able to step up and make a better throw there. Got him thrown off his back foot. Brings up 3rd and 4.
And, it seems to me watching this game, watching their quarterback throw, if it's on time, he's on target. So here's your snap. 3rd and 3 in the face, and it's caught. Harold was in the face of the quarterback, but he was able to get it out to Tyson Ross on the crossing route. Nobody covering him. He kind of got lost coming across the formation. The 1st and 10 big play for the Wolverines.
Yeah, that's a big timing play. As long as their guys pick up our blitz, that guy's coming from the opposite side of the field, dragging all the way across. Wasn't picked up by one of our linebackers and was wide open.
That's probably the first play that I can remember so far in the game that Russell has made a good throw off balance. So trips to one side, got one receiver. Looks like DeVault over here, and a quarterback keeper, maybe a busted play, but Russell's got some wheels, and he gets out of bounds after about 13 yards. Kid's got some wheels. That's the first time I've seen him cut it loose, and he breaks contain, gets first down.
Yeah, I'm not sure if that was a designed run or not, but he took off right from the get-go. Three great blocks out there by their wide receivers. Maybe a play to give their wide receivers a second to catch their breath and start the passing game back up, first down.
Again, we've got 2 receivers to each side in the pistol formation. Russell back. He's got time. Steps into his throw, and wide open is Ross over the middle. 1st and 10. You can't fault the cornerbacks for playing over the top because they've been getting beat, but that opens up those posts, that opens up those slants, and it's kind of a pick your poison right now for the Mustang defense.
Yeah, it's just one of those things that they've got a lot of guys running around, and you got to keep your eyes on everybody, and it's just a hard thing to do.
Got some pressure in the face of Russell, and that forced an errant throw to Boston DeVault over on the left flat. So it brings up a second down and goal for the Wolverines.
The Mustangs probably in man coverage now inside the 10, and so once again, you got to kind of press up, but don't want to get beat over the top and get high pointed on some lob pass to the outside.
You can play some pretty good games down here with these Twins receivers. Yeah, I was going to say, with as big a splits as they have, you can play some games right there, and that's exactly what they did. A little screen, the middle receiver, that slot receiver, comes out for a pick, a block, and DeVault goes in for 6.
Yeah, but it's going to get called back. They did call that pick play. They're going to call that guy for a block in the back, and it's going to come back.
Well, see, I knew that they cheated on that one, Aaron. That's why I was so melancholy about it. So we're going to have a flag, like we said on the play, as Aaron pointed out. Looks like it's going to be on the offense. It looks like it's going to be an offensive pass interference or something of the sort. We'll wait till the official gives us the ineligible downfield. Okay, that bit us in the backside a couple of times last week. This time it's Nodaway Valley, illegal man downfield.
Yeah, that's a pretty quick pass to have a lineman get down the field, but obviously if they know they're going to run that little screen,
And I was under the impression that as long as the pass is behind the line of scrimmage, it doesn't matter if anybody's downfield.
That's why we're not the officials.
That's right. That's right. That's why we're up here getting paid what we're getting paid. So, second down and 23, balanced formation, twins to each side a roll out to the right. Nobody home. Pressure comes, and the pass is incomplete. Good pressure by Labrum, and looks like number 66, Jacob Rystrom, puts the pressure on the quarterback. And again, when he's moving, he's a little bit less accurate, and he had nobody to throw to.
Yeah, they were definitely targeting DeVault down the field, but we brought the safety over the top, made him rethink it. For sure, and I think we're fourth down.
I think that's
the scoreboard
wrong on the sideline. But I do. Well, if it's fourth, then I'm wrong on the deal, and that's okay. Long pass by Russell into the slot. A flag on the play. Boston DeVault makes a heck of a catch. That's a beautiful ball and a beautiful catch if it stands, and I think it's going to. I think it's going to be a defensive pass interference.
Yep, that's just a really, really good pass. That was good defense right up to the end. They're going to call us for pass interference, but that's just a really good catch.
So whether it was fourth down or third down, it doesn't really matter because they scored a touchdown on the play. Wait till the official word before we put the points on the board for you. When we can hope for an offensive push-off here, that would be nice, but I don't think we're going to get that.
Yeah. I mean, they are conferencing, so maybe, but I don't think so. They're talking about where the penalty is going to be enforced.
Sure. It'll be defensive pass interference, so clearly they're going to decline the penalty. They'll take the touchdown there, so 6 points again on the board for Nodaway Valley with 4:19 to go until halftime. Plenty of time left, even though we just have the one timeout. Still plenty of time. In high school, the clock stops when you get first downs, and a little 4-minute drill, you don't have to hustle to the line. You can take your time and still run your normal offense and try to get back to a one-possession game going into the locker room.
Right, that's definitely a piece of this game. There's so much passing going on. It doesn't seem like the clock's moving at all. So it does give us plenty of time to put a drive together and pull within one score again before halftime.
So 2-point conversion attempt. Again, twins to each side. That's their bread and butter formation tonight. Russell, quick look, but nobody was home, and a scramble and a catch. Those DeVault kids, they can run some routes. That was a nice little scramble play, the scramble drill. We ran it really well the last possession with Gardner. When the quarterback scrambled this time, Russell scrambles for the Wolverines, and DeVault does a good job of keeping moving so the quarterback can find him. It's a 2-point conversion, and it's a 12-point game with 4:19 to go until halftime. We're going to take a short break while the coaches talk to their kickoff and kickoff return teams. We'll be back to Greenfield in just a few minutes.
Sorensen Auto Plaza, Southwest Iowa's #1 provider of used vehicles. New inventory alert, a 2011 Cadillac SRX Premium with all-wheel drive, super clean leather interior, 106,000 miles and more. You can buy here and pay here. Sorensen Auto Plaza is the bank. Get fast, easy financing. Buy with peace of mind. Stop by Sorensen Auto Plaza in Shenandoah today.
And welcome back into the broadcast booth. 4:19 to go until halftime. Nodaway Valley. If it looks funky on the television or your iPad or your cell phone, it's because that pass interference penalty that happened on the previous offensive play was accepted on the kickoff. So instead of kicking off from their 40, they're kicking off from the Mustang 45. Looks like we could be headed for our third touchback of the game. We didn't have any last week, and this could be number 3. It's going the right direction, Aaron.
It is going the right direction, but the flags have stopped.
The wind blowing straight down now?
Yeah, so all the smoke from this grill down here is going to be right in our face.
Well, there's the kickoff by Jebby, and that is another touchback. It's the right side. It's the correct side for the touchbacks tonight. So the Mustangs will take over at their own 20-yard line. No problems taking over at the 20. The way their offense has moved the ball, so long as they haven't been careless with it, they've been able to move it with pretty good success. Really, both teams have been able to move the ball very well, wouldn't you say?
Right, almost every score except for that one that we just had has come after turnover. So again, if you take care of the ball, possess the ball here for the last 4 minutes, get in the end zone, get this back to a one-score game heading into halftime.
And this is kind of the game within the game. You know, if you want to get down there and score, but you don't want to score with like 30 seconds gone on the clock because it gives their offense another chance. Looks like quarterback draw goes for couple yards there. It's going to be a 2nd and 8. That's the first time I've seen that play in the first 2 games that we've done. Getting Nolan Mount running a little bit tonight.
Yeah, maybe see if we can get their linebackers blitzing on the outside, be able to go right up the middle, and gain a couple yards on first down, set up whatever we run here on second down.
Pistol formation, twins to each side, balanced formation. Mount's got time, got Harold in the flat. And again, Harold's never going to go backwards when he gets tackled. He's always going to go forward. He got hit after about 3 yards, ends up being about a 6-yard gain.
Yep, sets up short third down play here. That was a good, nice, easy little out route there for Harold. Sets up short third down.
It says 3rd and 1 on the scoreboard on the field. I'd say it's probably more of a 3rd and a long one. But nevertheless, we're going to get that first down. Cotton is a hard runner. I'd say we got to get him going. That's a first down. We're going to take it. It's going to chew the clock, take some pressure off that sophomore quarterback. He's been making plays, and he's been doing a heck of a job. But getting that senior the ball, letting him ram it downhill, wear out that defense.
Yeah, Mount Air ran the ball like 60 times last week.
Yeah.
So we need to put the ball on the ground a little bit and wear down that Nodaway Valley defense.
You know, honestly, talking with Coach Ratliff this week, that was part of the game plan, but he's got a young offensive line. Got a young offensive line as the fumble on the play is recovered on the backwards pitch there from Mount to Gardner. It's going to be a loss of about 4 yards. But Coach Ratliff did talk to me about that offensive line. Pretty new as far as positionally. They lost a guy before the season who's not back healthy yet, so new positions, and they just haven't found their groove yet running the football. Maybe tonight's the night. Mount back to pass. He's drifting off to his right side. He's got a guy in the flat, but just off target there. And it's going to bring up a 3rd down and about 13.
Pass falls incomplete. To bring up 3rd down.
So he had Labrum in the flat, Coach, but just missed him.
Yeah, maybe just missed him at the wrong time. Maybe Nolan just rolled out a little bit too far there, hit him early, a little bit earlier before those linebackers can flow all the way out there.
I like our matchup on the far side. Anytime you get Harold one-on-one over here with a lot of room, the safety's going over that way, and they run the screen. And it looked like Cotton had blockers to his left. He went to his right, still picks up about 6 yards, but it looked like he had a convoy of Mustang linemen on the left side.
Yeah, that's really the first time we've run that middle screen where it was actually set up and Cotton just went the wrong way. I think, as you said, if he would have came towards this near sideline, he probably would have gained the first down and maybe a lot more.
Yeah, that was as good as this looked in the first 2 weeks at that middle screen. 4th down and about 8. This is the 3rd time that we've gone back deep to punt tonight. A little bit of a low snap, but a good job of getting the ball off by Dickerson. And there's going to be no return on it as Dukes is going to touch it dead at about the 26-yard line. So 2:04 to go for Nodaway Valley. They've got 2 timeouts, and the way their offense works, plenty of time for them. We need a big stop going into the locker room.
Yeah, it sounds good for them, but it's a huge possession for the Mustang defense. Holding the score right here over the next 2:04 would be a big piece of what the Mustangs need going into the locker room.
Maybe we can get a little pick 6 magic on one of those Harold, breaking out into the flat. He was close a couple possessions ago. But looks like for Nodaway Valley, they're going to have twins to each side again in the pistol. Russell has done a good job, and this entire Nodaway Valley offense has done a good job in this formation, keeping it pretty basic, pretty simple, and that quick passing game has been a problem.
Yeah, again, big possession here for the Mustang defense. That would be great.
Turn your lights off.
We must have a vehicle down here in the south end zone with our lights on is what we're worried about.
Aha. There is a stoppage in play. Aaron mentioned that we've got somebody with their lights on, so there will be a stoppage here for just a hot minute. Looks like the lights are off, the whistle's been blown, and we're ready to get back to action. 2:04 to go until halftime. 1st and 10, Nodaway Valley at their own 27-yard line. Handoff to the tailback, and that's probably their best halfback run of the day, and it's good for about 3-4 yards. If you're Shenandoah, you're going to give them that all night.
Yeah, we'll definitely take that play on defense. An interesting call, though, to start the drive. You know, we start the clock, and then we get a quick timeout. Maybe not the place I would use a timeout, especially if I just called that run play to start the clock to start the drive.
Yeah, I'm with you on that. Just kind of a head-scratcher. But with 1:56 to go, there's a timeout on the field, so we'll use that time to take it with them. We'll be right back after a word from the Shenandoah Hospital.
This very moment, a board-certified orthopedic surgeon is on his way to a newly remodeled surgical suite where he'll scrub up and dress into infection-free equipment and begin a surgery to give his patient a replacement knee. With the help of a knowledgeable staff and the latest technology, he'll give this man hope for a normal life again without walking in pain. These are the things that happen here every day. The new surgical center at Shenandoah Medical Center. Your health is our mission.
We're back in Greenfield, 1:56 to go. Both teams with one timeout left to go until halftime. It's going to be 2nd down and 6 after the 4-yard run there by Nodaway Valley. Probably their 3rd or 4th, maybe designed run of the first half. They've really aired it out the entire first half.
Yeah, they only ran the ball like 7 times. I think I said that earlier last week against Mount Air. It's not something that they do on purpose very often.
Again, balance formation. Looks like the corner over here on the near side's backing off a little bit. That's Dukes. We have motion, shuffle motion in the backfield, and a slant, and wide open is Boston DeVault. Kind of a sweet little play design there. Shuffle motion your back, and that moves the linebackers, gives you a first down.
Yep, just a nice, easy pitch and catch there for the Wolverines. Set up a first down right near midfield.
Clock ticking, 1:40 to go and counting until halftime. Snaps back to Russell. He's got some pressure in his face, throws off his back foot, and almost intercepted by Harold in the flat.
Yeah, that's
almost
great.
called that one.
Yeah, you did. You said that's what we need on this drive. Almost got it again. Getting their quarterback moving backwards and him throwing off his back foot definitely helps us on defense.
Yeah, it seems like rushing 3 or 4 is not. We got to put pressure on them. And it's hard when they do the short passing game because you got to do what like Ben Labrum did, get the hands up on those short passes because you can't get to the quarterback on a one-step drop. 2nd and 10, 1:32 to go until halftime. Balance formation, the high snap, but a good catch, and nobody home. The blitz happened again, forced the throw before the receiver was ready.
Right, again, just hurry this quarterback along. Don't give him a chance. Move a guy over here, over one here on 3rd down is going to be a key piece. Make somebody else beat you to get these 10 yards.
You know, I talked last week offensively about finding that toss, and we ran it a lot in the second half. Late in the first half, we figured it out. Maybe we figured out here late in this first half that blitzing the quarterback is our best chance. There's a little rocket screen to DeVault, and he's gobbled up, but there's a flag on the play. I feel like it's going to be holding. I don't think we had a face mask on the play. I don't think any hands were near it, but I think it's going to be a penalty declined and bring up 4th down.
Yeah, great play out there on the flat. Again, we know one's getting the ball, right? And so move the defenders over here. Blake Harold with a great tackle. Again, keep those guys in front of us, and we'll see what we're going to do here with 1:19 to go with this holding call.
Yeah, I would think it kind of depends on field position. If they decline the penalty and they pin us deep, probably want to play it safe. But if we can get some sort of a return, a block. We had a block last week. If we get another one, let's see what we can do. We've got a gunslinger back there. Maybe we'll see what happens.
Yeah, they line up in a funky punt formation I watched on film. You really are able to get through the middle and get some pressure on their punter. Mount Air almost got to him a couple different times last week.
There's a receiver out here. There's a receiver
So that penalty was declined. A block in the back was declined. It's bringing up 4th down. First time that Nodaway Valley has punted, and it's a good punt away from the returner, but he catches it on the bounce. That's Dukes. Dukes trying to get to the edge, and he barrels into the tackler, and there's a flag on the play away from the play. The side judge was looking kind of back towards the midfield here. I think there might have been a little scrum, and I don't wonder who's going to be on.
I think it's actually from the snap. 23 came onto the field from the sideline, never got inside the numbers to begin the play, and so that's not a legal substitution. I think the refs were actually communicating during the play, and that's where the flag comes in.
If I'm Shenandoah, I'm backing them up 5 and making them run down the length of the field again.
Yeah, do it again.
Absolutely. That's what I would do.
Yep.
And that is the call, legal substitution, and they are backing them up 5, and that's going to set up another 4th down. So make those Wolverines run the length of the field again and cover. It's always a good thing to do if you get pinned back, and then we did. We got pinned back at about the 10, 15-yard line. Let's let them do it again. See if they can do better.
Yeah, maybe they're tired. We get a return and break one here too.
I mean, and it's a 10-yard penalty, so I mean, really the field position swing, it may not just be 10 yards. This could end up being 15, 20 yards of field position when all things are said and done.
Right.
So 47.6 seconds left after that punt. Not a ton of time left. And the punt's away, and looks like Dukes catches it at the 44-yard line, and he's got room. He stays on his feet to midfield, to the 40, to the 35, down to the 33-yard line. Huge penalty when you really look back. That's almost a 50-yard, 40-yard field position shift.
Right, a huge play, like I said. Make them run down the field, be tired, get a good return in here, and we have 34 seconds to try to get some points on the board.
34 seconds with a timeout, and with a field goal kicker. We haven't attempted a field goal, but if you get down there and you're within 30 yards, maybe you give the sophomore an opportunity. He's been 5 for 5 all year.
Yeah, you never know what's going to happen.
Points are very important. I've never known a team to win a game when they've scored less than their opponent.
That's true.
First down and 10, 34.6 seconds to go. 3 receivers to the near side, and it looks like Harold all alone on the right side. Mount scrambling, and he's got some room if he can get away from the tackler. He does, but there's a flag on the play. It would have been about an 11-yard gain and a first down, but that flag's thrown, Coach, in about the area of a holding call.
Yeah, I'm interested to see what they're going to call. I think he was looking at Noah Mount's stiff arm, and maybe he's going to call it an offensive face mask.
Well, that's not a thing. You can't call that. You can't call that.
You've played too much Madden.
If you watch on Saturdays and Sundays, they do it all the time, but it's Friday night. So
it's true.
We'll see what the play. We'll see what the penalty flag is.
Holding, face mask. 5 yards.
Oh, it's a 5-yard face mask on them.
5-yard face mask. And then we had a targeting call, which doesn't make sense to me because he's a runner at that point. But we'll take it. We'll take those penalties. That could be a 20-yard penalty there. Yeah, 5 for the face mask and 15 for the targeting.
Yeah, this is an interesting call.
I've never seen them both together, so I don't know if they're going to mark them both off.
Yeah, not being down there on the field and hearing what the refs have to say.
And is it from the end of the run or is it from the previous spot? See, that's another thing. This could be a 30-yard play.
Yes.
Put you down almost first and goal.
And it does look like they added it on to the end of the play. So the Mustangs are down at the 11 with 23 seconds to go. This is a big possession.
Clock should start at the whistle because it was a running play. So they need to make sure they're on the snap, ready to go.
Right.
1st and 10 at the 12.
The clock does not start.
Clock does not start. Maybe that's only in college. I just assumed that it does. Pass to the end zone, and it's going to be a touchdown for Labrum. You talk about a heck of a drive. Just fortunate you get those penalties, the mistakes, the penalty on the punt gives you 40 yards of free field position, and then the penalty on the targeting gets you down inside the 15.
Yeah, like we keep saying, anything can happen. You put pressure on Nodaway Valley to stop you with 34 seconds, and we go down there and score in 18. So perfect drive for the Mustangs.
This game, we talked about it a couple of times. It's about big plays and big mistakes. And, both teams have been doing both. This time the Mustangs get on the board. There's a flag on the play. Wasn't a delay of game. They had plenty of time there. Maybe been a little bit of motion.
Yeah, false start on us. I think the center might have moved the ball.
Snap infraction, I believe, is what they call. That's the second time I think we've had that tonight.
I think so.
You don't get a lot of snap infractions, but we've had 2 tonight. So that'll be 5 yards back. This will be the furthest kick for Seth Zwickel all year long. We'll test his range a little bit. So Zwickel is going to have the tee put down at the 15-yard line. This is going to be a 25-yard extra point try to make it a 5-point game with 16.7 seconds to go until halftime. Bad snap. Zwickel throws it. It's caught by Labrum. Kind of that fire drill. Just didn't work out. It wasn't a missed kick, so he's still perfect on the ear, but no extra point, and it's still a 6-point game.
Yep, one possession game going into halftime. Couldn't ask for anything better. If you remember back to those first 4 minutes of the game, we'll take that going into halftime.
First 4 minutes of the game, you almost thought it could have been a running clock situation in the second half. It was just, we looked out of sorts, and Nodaway Valley looked like they were a house of fire offensively. They were clicking on all cylinders. We have done a very good job. Coach Ratliff, give him a lot of credit and his staff, finding things that are working offensively and staying with them. Getting Mount out, the short passing game, which was non-existent last week, and he was the first to tell me that. Everybody could see it, but he was the first to admit that, the short passing game wasn't there. He likes to throw the deep ball. Well, we worked on that. He says they put a clock on him. It's showing up tonight.
Yeah, just a really good drive in the first half right there. Like you said, Mount playing much better, moving his feet, giving us something on offense with the running play for the quarterback, and gives us a chance to move the ball. And he's staying alive, beating that pressure. Maybe the Wolverines will have to change their defensive front or change how they blitz in the second half. They're a really aggressive team. We'll see what changes are made at halftime.
Yeah, what's been really nice is, Mount was running for his life last week, in the second half especially, and tonight he's been relatively clean. He's had some pressure a handful of times, but for the most part, they've schemed, the rollouts, the sprint outs, and then the quick passing game. So Seth Zwickel to kick it off with 16.7 seconds. It's a squibber, and it's going to be recovered in there at the 45-yard line. Scramble for the ball. This could be another big play. It bounced right off of that up man's face mask, and it looks like Nodaway Valley recovered. That would have been a huge play because we had a timeout and 16 seconds left.
Right. Maybe you just throw a long ball down to Harold down the sideline.
That's our favorite play.
never know what's going to happen.
Throw it deep,
right?
See what happens.
All sorts of craziness.
Yeah, this has been a fun game. It's, last week was a fun game. We ended up on the wrong side of it. This game has been equally as entertaining. We may get out of here at midnight, though, with all the passes. So 14 seconds to go. One timeout for each side. So we'll see good field position. We'll see if they do decide to take a couple shots. It's worked so far. Maybe they'll take some shots. You see the safety, if you look at the game film, if you look at your screen, looks like Cullen is shading over to this side. And we've talked about that this whole first half, shading that safety over to Kalen DeVault to his side to help your corner.
Yeah, big piece of what's going to happen. So now the Wolverines go into halftime thinking about not only what are they going to do on defense to try to keep Mount in the pocket so they have a chance to get him down, but also now they have to re-scheme their offense because we're starting to make adjustments to move guys over one and give our defense a chance as well.
Yeah, absolutely. Again, entertaining first half. I'm happy to have Aaron Burdorf with me. It's nice to have some back and forth. Hopefully you guys are enjoying it at home. We're going to take a break. There's 15 minutes. Go to the restroom. Go get yourself something to drink. Get yourself something to eat. We'll have a couple of commercials here from our local sponsors, and we'll see you back here in about 10 minutes.
Inch of your body puts pressure on one place, your feet. So give your feet everything they could ask for by walking in to Brown Shoe Fit Shenandoah. Shoes for every occasion, boots for any situation, and above all, the right fit for you. After all, Brown Shoe Fit has been fitting feet for over 100 years. The only downside, so many shoes to choose from and only 2 feet. Great service, great selection, a great fit every time at Brown Shoe Fit, downtown Shenandoah.
This very moment, a board-certified surgeon specializing in female pelvic medicine and reconstructive surgery is scrubbing up in a newly remodeled surgical center full of the latest technology to give a woman a chance to take back control over her body. It will take less than an hour. There will be minimal recovery time, and afterwards, she'll start to feel normal again. These are the things that happen here every day. The new surgical center at Shenandoah Medical Center. Your health is our mission.
Welcome back into the broadcast booth, Mustang fans. There's about 3 minutes to go before we get started here in the third quarter. Definitely some halftime adjustments that need to be made on both sides. We've talked about it a few times in the first half. Big plays, big mistakes on both sides. Shenandoah being the recipient of the good fortune to end the first half.
Yeah, you know, we started slow. We turned it over inside the 20 to start the game 2 times in a row. But the Mustangs have regrouped, brought it back together, got it back to a 1-score game, and we'll see what happens in the second half.
Yeah, a lot of football left, and if the first half taught us anything is that nobody's out of it. Nobody's out of it because the interceptions, the fumbles, the big plays over the top, they happened a bunch in the first half for both sides.
Yeah, all the scoring plays except for the last 2 of the first half happened after a turnover. So, so we'll see what happens in the second half, see if both teams can clean it up a little bit and move the ball up and down the field. I feel like the Mustangs moved the ball better up and down the field overall. And when we put the Wolverines back inside their own territory and they had to put a sustained drive together, they struggled a little bit more than when we just gave them short field.
So we've got about 2 minutes to go now until the start of the third quarter. We'll take a short break. We'll come back, give you a little game reset, and we'll get ready to rock and roll for the third quarter here in Greenfield.
Hey, do you have halftime stats? Can you give me
Corporation in Shenandoah is growing. Pella is a family-owned company and has a strong heritage that started in 1925. Pella offers a strong benefit package, competitive wages, quarterly bonuses, profit sharing, and more. Pella has a decreased overtime schedule. You'll never work on Sundays, and you will have at least 2 Saturdays off each month to spend more time with your family. Go to careers.pella.com to see what jobs are available and apply today. Experience is not necessary, as Pella will provide training. Pella is an equal opportunity employer.
Plays at least.
At the north end.
Building your vision is what they help do at Miller Building Supply, Shenandoah. Once you've picked your project, comes the supply list. Miller Building Supply is a full-line lumberyard with electrical, plumbing, and hardware departments and all the tools needed to get the job done. Windows, doors, countertops, tub and shower units, kitchen and bath cabinets, and a fresh coat of paint. Yup, they have all that too. And if you have a question, they work hard to get you an answer. Miller Building Supply in Shenandoah. Don't just dream it. Build it. Heritage Bank is proud to be a locally owned community bank. We have been committed to our community and meeting the financial needs of our customers since 1873. We are confident that our knowledgeable staff can help you make informed decisions about your financial needs no matter how big or small. Let us show you how rewarding a relationship with First Heritage Bank can be. Stop in at one of our 2 locations, or you can find out more information at www.fhbshen.com. First Heritage Bank is a proud supporter of Shenandoah High School athletics. Go Shen, member FDIC.
Welcome back to the ball game, Mustang fans. I'm going to turn it over to Aaron Burdorf, who's going to give you a rundown of the scoring plays in the first half.
Yeah, quickly, the scoring through the first half. Nodaway Valley scored at the 9:53 mark of the first quarter. Russell to Ross, 6-yard TD pass. Then at just 43 seconds later, Russell hit Kalen DeVault for another 6-yard TD pass. Before the Mustangs finally put 7 on the board with 1:57 in the first quarter, Mount to Brody Cullen on a 13-yard TD pass. Then the second quarter, after the Mustangs threw an interception, Nodaway Valley had the ball. 10:36 of the second quarter, Russell to DeVault for a 4-yard TD pass, followed by a Mount to Bo Gardner, 58-yard TD pass to make it 18-14. Then with 4:19 in the second quarter, Russell to Boston DeVault for a 23-yard TD. The 2-point was good to make it 26-14, and then Mount to Ben Labrum there with 16.9 seconds right before halftime, 11-yard TD pass. The PAT was no good. Gives us our halftime score of 26-20.
And Zwickel had a great kickoff, and Kalen DeVault picked it up inside of his own 10. Had a nice return, but good coverage there. Didn't give up the big return that they did in the first half when Jebby got loose for about a 55-yarder.
Yeah, again, I think part of the game plan was to not kick it to one. One gets it in his hands. We better make sure we tackle him. We'll see what adjustments have been made here in the second half on the defensive side for the Mustangs.
You know, you'd think just watching it up here in the booth, bringing some pressure. You know, we didn't really do it much at the beginning, but towards the end of that second half, really started bringing some backers. Balance set and a handoff. That's an adjustment for Nodaway Valley trying to run the football. Picks up about 2, maybe 3 yards on the ground up the middle. Probably their 4th or 5th designed run play of the game.
Yeah, just again to get that drive started. Now we'll see them probably go to the air once again. The Mustangs did make a little bit of adjustment there. Both corners were about 10 yards off on that set, and so we'll see if Nodaway Valley has some plays in their passing game that challenge our corners again.
Good.
Oh, another run play, and Labrum with a big stick in the backfield. That's a huge play to go back on third down and about 10. That's a big play from Ben Labrum.
Thanks for picking me up on that one. I had a scoreboard snafu, and it's still not showing up, so I apologize, folks. I don't have the down and distance showing up on my scoreboard here, but it is 3rd down and 10 with 10:50 to go here in the third quarter. Balanced formation, twins to each side. Cotton comes on the blitz right up the middle, and Labrum gets in there. But again, a nice little seam route. And Chase Walker that time, I believe that's his first catch of the game. Big first down for Nodaway Valley.
Yeah, Labrum almost got home again. That inside receiver ran right by Harold and right down that seam, and big pickup of a first down there for the Wolverines.
You know, we did that a lot last week, a bunch of vertical routes. That's the first time I've really seen 4 verticals from Nodaway Valley tonight. Wide open in the flat, and that looks like that's Boston DeVault, and he spins his way for about 9. First down, wide open. That little pick play, it looks like they're running there.
Yeah, I don't like that at all. Like you said in the first half, they're running that little screen play. They're running that outside receiver on a little in pattern, picking off our guy. Maybe a little illegal, but with just 5 high school officials out there, sometimes things like that get away.
This brings up 2nd down and short, pistol formation, and there's no motion. Nobody touched anybody, so we didn't have any penalties on the false start or the neutral zone infractions. So the play clock's at 15, plenty of time as we get motion from Boston DeVault and a jet sweep fake and an up the middle for Russell and no gain. Good play. Again, very uncomfortable. Nodaway Valley looks uncomfortable running the ball, outside of the DeVaults.
Yeah, that was a really good play by the left side of our defensive front, pushing those offensive linemen back into the backfield and cutting off that jet sweep, which turned into just a quarterback keep and sets up a short 3rd down play here.
So 9:20 and counting to go in the third quarter. 3rd and 1 is not a running play necessarily, but that's what they do. And he needed a yard, and, man, he just barely got it. A yard, maybe yard and a half. And there's a first down, and we got an injury timeout. It looks like maybe that's Holben down there.
Yeah, I'm not sure who that is down there on the ground. But, again, the Mustangs' defensive front was right there. He was able to sneak through a little bit of crack there to pick up that 1 yard. But, again, I like the way the Mustangs' defensive front has come out here in the second half, putting pressure into the backfield.
Yeah, take away that 3rd down, 25, 30-yard pass play. I mean, they're making Nodaway Valley earn it this drive marching down the field, which they didn't do a lot in that first half. That was 64 in your programs, and that's Matt Overbay. Matt Overbay looks like maybe got rolled up on there. Is hobbling off to the sideline, and hopefully it's just a little tweak and he can get right back in.
Yep, that's another big body that we need up there on the front line of our defense to really put some pressure on that Wolverine backfield.
So we're back ready to play. Clock's moving, 9:10 to go in the third quarter. Good snap to Russell, pass into the flat, and DeVault makes a nice inside cut. Dukes tried to have that outside leverage, but DeVault makes a nice move, and he gets up the field for about 13 yards and a first down.
Yep, Harold tried to jump that pass. Good adjustment by their quarterback to throw with a little bit of air out there to DeVault. Again, our corners are back there 10 yards, so it's an easy pitch and catch as long as they get it over Harold trying to jump that pass. But a good pitch and catch for a first down.
Yeah, Nodaway Valley's been doing a good job all night of, if we give them cushion 10, 15 yards, they're just taking the easy 5, 10-yard pass to the DeVaults.
That
Had an outside play there, and penalty on the play. It looks like a hold. That's the call. Holding on the offense, so it's going to take them back. Take them back 10 yards is going to be a 1st and 20.
Yeah, the Nodaway Valley coaching staff is talking about they want to pass interference over there on that guy slipping in there, but when they make contact with us every single time, it's hard for that referee on that far side to make a call. He's not sure if that guy's is really trying to run a route or if he's trying to set that pick for that guy on the outside.
Yeah, you see that a lot in the college game and in the pro game. You're starting to see it more in the high school levels. It's hard to call if you're not watching for it. So 1st and 20, and Russell's got some pressure in his face, and Cotton gets to him, but nice throw and no tackle, but a fumble. Just a kind of a weird little ending to that play as Ross catches the ball on a crossing route, breaks a tackle, and then ends up fumbling the ball on his own and goes down, and now we got a penalty on the play, and it's roughing the passer.
Yeah, again, that same crossing route that they ran there in the second quarter where the quarterback just keeps backing up. It's kind of like our middle screen, right? The guy from the far side runs all the way across the field and he just waits for him to get open, clear that linebacker, and be open, and he was open, and then they got us for roughing the passer at the end of that play.
You know, and we've talked all night about the DeVault boys and how they're good athletes and they can make plays in space. Ross has had a good game.
Absolutely. He's another quick kid that's able to come all the way across the field and make those plays.
So 1st and 10, ball at the, looks like, 17-yard line. A little jet sweep motion. They hand it to Boston DeVault. Tries to cut it up inside. Good job of outside contained by the Mustangs. Looks like Holben was in there on the stop along with a host of other Mustangs. Gain of about 4, maybe 5.
Yeah, Holden did a great job of keeping outside leverage and make him turn that play back inside to our linebackers. A good play all around by the Mustang defense.
So we got a 2nd down and 6. This has been probably the longest drive for Nodaway Valley, I think, without question, of the game. We're at under 8 minutes to go, so over 4 minutes on this drive. And another jet sweep motion. They throw it back. That's a backwards pass. And that's picked up, and he's going. Cullen makes a man miss. Oh, that's Dukes that picked it up. My mistake. And that's a backwards pass, and that's a fortunate play and good heads-up play by Dukes to pick it up. 1st and 10, another turnover. Big plays, big mistakes all night long.
Yeah. Once again, the Mustangs fortunate to be in the right place at the right time. Backwards pass. There was a lot of confusion on who was supposed to be catching that ball. There was maybe some contact before the ball got there, but it ends up in the Mustangs' hands. 1st and 10, Mustang ball.
You know, and Hunter Dukes needed that because he's had a tough game, but he's been scrappy. He keeps fighting. So Mustangs take possession, chance to regain the lead or take the lead for the first time all night in the pistol set. Twins receivers to each side. Looks like pressure coming from the outside. Handed off to Cotton. Cotton's got nowhere to go. Swallowed up in there by Xander Hogan. Just busted through the line. It wasn't even a blitzer. It was that nose tackle.
Yeah, got right through there. No pressure by the Mustang offense to offensive front to get hands on that guy. Blew up the play in the backfield.
Well, when you're so focused on those blitzers coming from the edge, you know, sometimes you forget about the man right over top of you.
Yep, just got to communicate.
2nd down and 13. 3 receivers to the right, 1 to the left. And rolling to his left is Mount. Still scrambling. He throws it away in the direction of Labrum, so no grounding. He was outside the pocket. Good job of getting rid of the ball, fighting for another day. 3rd down and 13.
Right, absolutely. Just had to get rid of it there. Didn't want to throw it away. It was a good job by Labrum to actually come back to the balls. There wasn't intentional grounding called. That's a big rule in high school football. Got to be throwing it to somebody. You can't just throw it away at the high school level.
Same formation, 3 receivers to the right. Cotton is over there as well, so in essence you got 4 receivers on the right side of the quarterback. Might see some sort of a wheel route or something like that, but Cotton stays into block, missed his block, and a very wild throw. Cotton missed his block on the play, and it was number 53, Adam Ayasi. He had a couple sacks last week. forces a quarterback hurry, errant throw, missed the block, and that ends up being another turnover back and forth.
Yeah, we've talked about the Nodaway Valley quarterback throwing off his back foot, right? And same thing for Mount there. Just don't throw it up into traffic. Just take the sack, punt, change field position, give your defense a chance.
Change of possession, first down and 10. Ball's at about the 33-yard line of Shenandoah. Good snap to Russell, throws it wide open in the middle, and a fumble on the play. Good hit, and it looks like the Mustangs have it, and they do. So we're just trading turnovers here in the last about 2 minutes of game time. Nodaway Valley's given it back to us twice. We've given it to them once. So a lot of turnovers. We've said it, 6 times already. Big plays, big mistakes. That's the name of the game tonight in Greenfield.
Yeah, absolutely. Again, just right place, right time. Keep hustling, keep putting pressure on people, and hit somebody hard, and the ball comes out. Yeah. Mustang football.
Yep, tackle the football. I mean, they talk about it at youth level all the way up. Tackle the football. First and 10, chance for redemption here for the offense for Shenandoah. Sprint out to the right side. He's got the edge, does Mount, throws back across his body, and alone and breaking a tackle is Harold, who's at the 50 to the 45, 40, down to the 31-yard line. Big play. One of the bigger plays of the game offensively for the Mustangs.
Yeah, big 48-yard reception there from Mount to Harold. Big play to get this drive started.
It's got that yak yardage, the yards after catch. It's a simple, just a drag route, and he beat his man, and he won the race.
Yeah, again, give the ball to your best player in an open field and see what happens.
And Harold had double-digit catches a week ago, if I'm not mistaken, and over 100 yards. So He's not. This is not unfamiliar territory for Blake Harold. Got 4 receivers out to the right. Mount's got time again, throws it low into the flat over there on like a little out route, but a 10-yard out route to Dukes, and it was incomplete. So that's going to bring up 2nd and 10 for the Mustangs. I still like the sprint outs and the rollouts. They haven't changed their defensive game plan all game. They're still sending the house. They're sending 5-6 guys every time, and the scheme has been very helpful.
Right, yeah. They're bringing pressure from our left side with these linebackers, and we roll out to our right and see if we can't find somebody out in the flat.
Little jet screen, but drop. That's about the 3rd or 4th time. This time, first time by Harold, but about the 3rd or 4th time we've run that. We just haven't been able to connect on that play.
Yeah, I think that time Harold just took his eyes off the ball. He was looking ahead. It was actually well blocked. It would have been a good play. Just took his eyes off the ball, catch it, and then make the run.
So with 5:55 on the third quarter game clock, it's 3rd down and 10 at the Wolverine 31-yard line. Probably 4-down territory, you'd imagine. Too far away for a field goal, too close to punt. Gardner motions to the right side, giving us trips. And looks like another screen, and this one's set up. He reads his block much better this time, does Cotton, but there's a penalty on the play. Cotton might take this to the end zone, but it might be all for naught. He's in for a score, but there was a penalty on the play. Normally that's in the position of a block in the back or a hole.
Yeah, I think they're going to call a legal man downfield is what they're going to do, but I'm not sure. I'm not sure that that's the right call.
Be a backbreaker. I mean, it would be not the end of the world, not the end of the game, but that's a big play.
Yeah. Yep, and it happened right there in front of that official right in the middle of the field. He makes a judgment call, and that's the call that's going to be made.
He's putting the flag away. I don't know if he's going to take the flag away or not.
So we're just waiting as the officials confer here. They did pick up the flag, but they just may have put it back in their pocket. They're talking about it to see if it was really a penalty, if somebody really cheated. But we're going to find out here in a matter of moments, I imagine. Hey, they waved her off. That's big news for the Mustangs. And great news. We got a tie ball game. We've played 2.5 quarters, and we're right back where we started, all even. Seth Zwickle's on to give the Mustangs their first lead of the night.
Yeah, big play. I'm not sure how they come out of that. And the Nodaway Valley coaches are definitely question that. But we'll take it and give ourselves a chance to take that first lead.
And that happened twice last week. illegal men downfield taking away big plays. Would have been a backbreaker. Penalty got wiped away as if it never happened. So it's a touchdown. Haven't had that happen yet tonight, I believe, as Zwickel is on by the hold of Scammon. We had some motion again. Had the motion. They looked like Nodaway Valley looked like they were coming, and we had some motion there. They gave the call as a half the distance to the goal. I would assume that they're still gonna. Kick the extra point.
Yeah, you're gonna kick the extra point and take the 1-point lead. It really doesn't change the score long term. Long term, if we go for 2.
Looks like they're going for 2.
It does look like we are changing personnel.
What do we know? We're up here in the booth.
I also don't teach math. So.
No, me neither. All right, so looks like they're bringing their offense back onto the field. This is their first 2-point conversion attempt of the night. As Nodaway Valley's gone for 2 every time, this is Shenandoah's first opportunity. I formation and ISO, and it looks like he's in, and he is. Tough running by Cotton on the ISO to the right side. Get your 2 points, and Shenandoah takes a 2-point lead with 5:42 left to go in the third quarter.
Yeah, that's big drive there for the Mustangs. Again, we started with a fumble, interception, fumble by Nodaway Valley again. Gives us the big play by Harold, and get down there and score the touchdown. That's a huge momentum shift for the Mustangs.
Haven't had a commercial break for a while. We're going to thank our sponsors here. We'll be back in about 30 seconds.
Digital Solutions started small, but now we're growing as FDS provides live streaming coverage for over 20 schools across 3 different states on our Fuller Digital Solutions YouTube channel. Subscribe to get notified when we go live for your school events. Big events are captured live, and your business can get noticed with advertising during our live streams. Local talent and camera operators are encouraged to contact us too. For future employment, no experience necessary, we will train. For information about advertising or working with Fuller Digital Solutions, email us and follow us on Facebook.
Well, if you've watched the first 6.5 quarters of Mustang football this year, you can't say that they haven't been entertaining. We've had 2 fantastic games, a lot of big plays, a lot of big mistakes, a lot of kids making big plays. And, again, I don't know if there was one bigger on the season so far in just 6.5 quarters than the screen pass to Cotton, making up for missing his blocks or misreading his blocks earlier and taking it to the house.
Yeah, got in there behind his blocks. Again, Nodaway Valley sends the house, leaves no linebackers there, and so if one of those D-ends doesn't read it, which Missouri Valley did last week, if one of those D-ends doesn't read it, that play can go for big yards every time.
Zwickel back to kick for the Mustangs from his own 40-yard line. Looks like Kalen DeVault back at his own 10. It's a kick to the side, short, and picked up at about the 30-yard line. Good coverage, only about a 6-yard return. So, you take the good with the bad when you kick it short. I talked about that last week. You're always going to give up pretty decent field position, but chances are they're not going to take it to the house.
I'm going to kick it to somebody other than one and see what happens.
Yep. Yeah, absolutely. You got to go with the game plan until it proves it's not going to work.
Correct.
1st and 10, Nodaway Valley. They've run some 3-by-1 sets, 3 wideouts to one side and 1 to the other, but most of the time they've been in this twins to each side. Balanced formation in the pistol, and they hand it off again up the middle. Nice cut. Looked like that was, again, number 13, which I don't have in my program because there's no number 13 for Nodaway Valley in the program. That's a gain of 5 yards for the tailback, and it brings up 2nd down.
Yeah, again, Mustangs keep those guys in front. Big tackle. Nodaway Valley must have seen something that they liked in the first half off of these short little run plays, and they keep running to the left. So see if that continues here in the second half.
2nd down and about 6. A nice attempt of a tackle, but a good job of breaking that tackle by the receiver out there. I can't tell if that's Boston DeVault. I think it is. Yeah, it is. About 7 yards, maybe 8 yards. Moving the chains. It's a 1st down. I think we're going to have a back and forth. Last quarter in 5 minutes.
Yeah, absolutely. So, again, short game for Nodaway Valley. Make sure that we don't let them get behind us on some type of wheel route here. Here
Russell
comes
gets the ball. Move. He wants to take a shot. Good coverage down the field. And it looks like Gardner had the pressure but it was a great catch. Great catch on the sideline by Kalen DeVault. Good throw, and Bo Gardner did everything he could. It was just a good throw, pitch and catch.
Yeah, Russell kept his feet moving, and that time he didn't keep going backwards and throw off his back foot. He was able to turn the corner, get back, coming downfield, and connect with DeVault.
So back now into Shenandoah territory at the Mustangs 39-yard line, 1st and 10, Twins to each side. And Russell in the pistol about 3 yards behind the line. There's another deep shot, and he's going to go. Oh, nobody's open, and he's got men all around him, Mustangs everywhere, and much better coverage and good pressure again by the Mustang front eight.
Yes, absolutely. The defensive line just keeps putting pressure on Russell there in the backfield, keep him moving backwards so he can't get into it, can't get the ball to a speedy wide receiver.
He had a wheel route on that left side. He wanted to go there, then came back to DeVault on the right side, and again, well covered both sides. He had nowhere to go. 2nd and 10, ball again still at the 39-yard line. Twins to each side. Russell 3 yards deep with the tailback 4 yards behind him, and a fake handoff and a quick shot to the flat intended for Blake Lund. I believe that's the first time they've targeted Lund tonight, but it's incomplete. Just miscommunication there. That brings up 3rd and long.
Yeah, a little bit different formation there. Kalen DeVault was in on the inside here on this twin side closest to us. He's starting on the inside. I think they're probably setting up a play later for him to run.
And I like that they flip-flop there because DeVault on this 3rd down play, as it's incomplete. If you watched that play last week, Dickerson got beat deep, linebacker on the best receiver. They put him in the slot. The linebacker Gardner was over top of him in the corner. Cullen, the sophomore, smart enough to switch with him. So you got a corner on the best receiver.
Right, absolutely. They have changed that up, seeing what we will do to adjust. That was a really good adjustment by our defense.
Yeah, very good adjustment by Coach Robertson and his staff. So 4th down and 10. This will be the 2nd time they punted tonight, maybe the 3rd. Well, if you count the penalty, this will be the 3rd.
Right.
Low snap, picked up, and it's off the side of his foot. It's going to go out of bounds. It wasn't out of bounds right there. It was probably out of bounds at about the 17, 18-yard line, and that's where it is. Out of bounds inside the 20. So a decent punt after a bad snap. And with 3:51 to go in the 3rd quarter, we're going to take a quick 30-second break. We'll be back right after this on the Fuller Digital Solutions YouTube live stream.
This very moment, a board-certified general surgeon will be leading her team in the removal of her patient's gallbladder. In this newly remodeled surgical suite, she'll use the latest technology and small laparoscopic incisions for a quicker recovery time. In a couple of weeks, the patient will have a pain-free and normal life again. These are the things that happen here every day. The new surgical center at Shenandoah Medical Center. Your health is our mission.
They came back to action a little bit quicker than anticipated. I don't think they want to be here till midnight, so they ran the 1st down play while we were on commercial break. Mustangs tried to run an ISO up the middle on the left side, and that was stuffed pretty well by the middle of that Nodaway Valley defensive line. It was a loss of about 2 yards. That's going to bring up a 2nd down and about 12. There is an injury timeout on the field for Nodaway Valley, and now we're going to take a commercial break. We'll be back in 30 seconds.
Sorensen Auto Plaza, Southwest Iowa's #1 provider of used vehicles. New inventory alert, a 2011 Cadillac SRX Premium with all-wheel drive, super clean leather interior, 106,000 miles and more. You can buy here and pay here. Sorensen Auto Plaza is the bank. Get fast, easy financing. Buy with peace of mind. Stop by Sorensen Auto Plaza in Shenandoah today.
Clarinda's down 47.
This very moment, a board-certified orthopedic surgeon is on his way to a newly remodeled surgical suite where he'll scrub up and dress into infection-free equipment and begin a surgery to give his patient a replacement knee. With the help of a knowledgeable staff and the latest technology, he'll give this man hope for a normal life again without walking in pain. These are the things that happen here every day. The new surgical center at Shenandoah Medical Center. Your health is our mission.
Welcome back into the broadcast. That was Xander Hogan for Nodaway Valley. That looked like he cramped up a little bit, and he got some help by the medical staff over here, and he's off the field. We are ready to rock and roll. 2nd down and 12 here. Trips receivers to the right side along with the running back Cotton on the right side of Mount. And there's a pre-snap penalty, and they've been timing that snap, and now we go on 2 or that second sound, and we get a free 5 yards.
Yeah, coaches up here in the box talking about going on 2, seeing Nodaway Valley again creeping up there. Good call by the Mustang offense.
You know, that was something late in the game against Missouri Valley too. They were starting to time the snap on the blitz. So young quarterback, it's one of those nuances you got to get used to. Mounts rolling out to the right, sees an open receiver, high hands, off his hands. That was Blake Harold. Unfortunate that fell to the turf. We'll live to fight another play, 3rd and 7.
Yeah, super dangerous when that ball goes up in the air. Harold was open coming across the middle, just a little high, but fortunate, and comes up with 3rd down and 7.
Yeah, just a simple in route, nothing crazy, but when you're rolling to your left and you're throwing back to your right, sometimes there's some traffic in there, and when it bounces off of hands, there's no telling what's going to happen. So 3rd down and 7, trips to the near side, and you've got Harold all alone on the right side. I assume you're going to get some safety help over there from DeVault, but we'll see here what the Mustangs have in store. It's a quick little roll out to the right and just overshot Harold. He had him. Good play design, one-on-one with your best receiver. Just missed him.
Yep, just a little rush by Mount there. Harold was open, but it is what it is. We punt with the lead and turn it over to our defense.
Yeah, 3:10 to go in the 3rd quarter. A lot of ball game left, 15 minutes and change total left in the game. And I don't know if it's the way these offenses can go deep and make big plays. It's not chew clock time, but you can live with not turning it over, punting the ball away, playing a little bit of field position. Nodaway Valley has struggled at times driving that ball down the field. So we got a timeout on the field, timeout by Shenandoah here. So we're going to take it with them. That's their first time out of the half. So we'll check in with some of our local sponsors, and we'll be back in about 30 seconds.
Inch of your body puts pressure on one place, your feet. So give your feet everything they could ask for by walking in to Brown Shoe Fit Shenandoah. Shoes for every occasion, boots for any situation, and above all, the right fit for you. After all, Brown Shoe Fit has been fitting feet for over 100 years. The only downside, so many shoes to choose from and only 2 feet. Great service, great selection, a great fit every time at Brown Shoe Fit, downtown Shenandoah.
Welcome back into the broadcast, Mustang fans. A little game reset. The Doug Meyer Chevrolet scoreboard's telling you the stories. 28-26, Shenandoah up by 2, 4th and 7 at our own 21-yard line. We just took our first time out of the half, and Nodaway Valley still with 3. Logan Dickerson's going to be back deep to punt for the Mustangs. He'll be standing at his 8-yard line, and Kalen DeVault standing at the Mustang 48-yard line. There's a penalty on the play. Good punt away from DeVault. Not a super long punt, but it's away from DeVault. So it goes out of bounds at about the 47, 48-yard line. We'll check out the penalty. Maybe a holding.
I think it might have been. I think an
illegal formation. Yeah. Not enough men on the line of scrimmage, probably. After a timeout's kind of a killer. You just have a timeout to talk about it. But I'm sure that Nodaway Valley is going to want to do the same thing. Move them back 5, and we did it to them at the end of the first half. They're going to try to do it to us here as we get towards the end of the 3rd quarter.
Yep, absolutely. I'd back us up 5 yards. repunt it and see if they can't get even better field position than that 47-yard line that they would have had.
Yeah, it's a game of field position. It always is a game of football, and if you have to travel the length of the field, sometimes it doesn't work out for you. So hopefully Dickerson now in his own end zone. I was going to say, it didn't make sense. He was on the 8, should be on about the 3-yard line now. Not a 10-yard penalty for illegal formation in Iowa anyways. But here we go. Dickerson's ready to go. It looks like there was another penalty, and that looked like that was on the end line. The end line here for Nodaway Valley. They were lining up in the neutral zone, and then they jumped the snap. So 5 yards given, 5 yards taken away type of deal. So 4th and 7, a couple more penalties, and we'll have a brand-new first down.
Yeah, just taking 5 more minutes off my night of sleep.
Yeah, there you go. I told you we'll get out of here by midnight. We'll get home by midnight maybe.
That's right.
Just under 3 minutes to go in the third quarter. It's about 9:20 of real time here, Central Time, and we still got a long ways to go. That's a really high punt. Looked like his toe was in the air. Took a little bit of a Mustang bounce, so the field position didn't make much of a difference, maybe 5 yards when you had to repunt it. But it looked like Dickerson's toe was right up in the air, and he just punted her straight up in the air.
Yep, so the Wolverines are going to start in Mustang territory. This is going to be a big drive for the Mustang defense. Hold them here in the third quarter. Will be a big defensive stop right here for the Mustangs.
Russell and company take the field offensively for Nodaway Valley in their same formation that they've kind of their bread and butter, the twins to each side. In the pistol set, Russell takes the snap and hands it off right up the middle, and we had some blitzing linebackers. We're fortunate to grab a hold of him because if we don't, that first wave, he's got about 10 yards.
Yeah, he's definitely going to run for a first down. That's a big stop there, coming in there from, looked like maybe Mount came in there to get a stop.
So second down, 7 yards to go, about 2:20 to go in the third quarter. Russell walking up to the line. The Wolverines are getting in position. About 18 seconds on the play clock. Motion to the right side, and it's a jet sweep to Boston DeVault. And he's kind of the jet sweep guy for him. It hasn't really been anybody else but him, and that's enough for a first down, about 8-9 yards.
Yeah, that is a really nice motion play there for Nodaway Valley. Again, I'm continuing to watch this near side tandem of receivers. Caden DeVault is playing inside now here the last couple of possessions, waiting for him to show off a double move where he runs maybe that wheel route down the sideline.
We got an injury time out on the field. Nodaway Valley player is down, so we'll take one with him. We'll be back here after about 30 seconds.
This very moment, a board-certified surgeon specializing in female pelvic medicine and reconstructive surgery is scrubbing up in a newly remodeled surgical center full of the latest technology to give a woman a chance to take back control over her body. It will take less than an hour. There will be minimal recovery time, and afterwards, she'll start to feel normal again. These are the things that happen here every day. The new surgical center at Shenandoah Medical Center. Your health is our mission.
Welcome back, Mustang fans. Looks like the player down on the field is the guy that carried the ball for the first down for Nodaway Valley, Boston DeVault. It looks like just a kind of a cramp issue. It's not super hot, but it's sticky. It's pretty humid out there.
Yeah, it's definitely hotter in this box than it is out there.
Yes.
But
yes.
Once again, we're seeing early in the season, guys cramping with the excessive heat. Not as hot as it was last Friday, but definitely humid here in Greenfield.
Yeah, they're getting DeVault off the field right now. He needs a little bit of assistance, but I think, like I said, it kind of just looked like they were stretching out the hamstrings and the calves. So for his sake and for Nodaway Valley's sake, hopefully he can just kind of get some fluids in him and get back out there. But that could definitely be a momentum factor for Shenandoah. That's one less weapon Nodaway Valley has at the moment.
Right, definitely changes the dynamic of their offense. If they can't use that jet sweep or have a viable receiver on that top side.
And Kalen DeVault in motion. They fake the jet sweep and throw it back to him. Labrum, great job following that motion from his outside linebacker spot. He makes a play. It could have been about a 10-yard gain. It was only about a yard and a half.
Yeah, great play again by Labrum, staying on that outside contain, making them turn it back inside if they do hand it off, but staying out there in that passing lane just for a short gain.
Looks like they've got Default. He's been on our side most of this third quarter, but he's on the other side now, but still in the slot. They'll run the out route to him, but it just took his eyes off it. Even the best receivers sometimes take their eyes off the ball, and it would have been about a 5-yard gain. Incomplete, brings up 3rd down and 8.
Right, they're continuing to move him around, changing where our eyes are on defense. Now he's over there matched up with 2 guys that haven't played him all night, and that's going to change. Could change how Nodaway Valley's offense runs.
With this 3rd down play, the last 3rd down play we had as a defense gave out that big pass play just down the seam to Ross. Ross looks like he's in there on the left side, but not in the same formation. And he's scrambling away from his receivers, and Harold brings him down. I believe that's the first sack of the game for the Mustangs. That's about a 4 or 5 yard loss. Big play. First sack of the game, to my knowledge. I haven't been charting the stats, but great hustle, good pursuit by Harold.
Yeah, that was a huge play. Like I said, when we turned the ball over to him there on that punt, can we get a defensive stop? That's a huge defensive stop right there.
Well, and you know, you're not set up for success when all your receivers are going to the right and the quarterback gets flushed to the left.
Absolutely.
And that's exactly what happened. Great job by the Mustang defense. It's 4th down and about 12 yards to go. Nodaway Valley back deep to punt.
I don't think they're going to punt it.
Looks like looks like Dukes is back at his 12-yard line. And the punt's away, and that thing's going in the end zone. It landed in the end zone, so ends up being about a net of a 12-yard punt. They punted from the 32, and Shenandoah is going to take over at their own 20. Good defensive stand, 52 seconds to go in the third quarter. Mustangs on offense, and we will not take a break because it looks like they're moving along pretty quickly.
Right, so again, here's a perfect opportunity for the Mustangs to continue with that momentum shift of this third quarter, sustain a drive here for a little while, move the chains, put the ball in Cotton's hands a couple times here, and see if we can't get the white jerseys moving in the right direction.
Wide splits by your single receivers on each side that would lead me to believe there's a run, and it is. And that toss play, and they've only run it a couple times, just not quite in the rhythm yet offensively. It's going to bring up a gain of a yard and a second and about 9. Really haven't gotten Cotton going yet today.
Yeah, he's a guy that, you know, as we try to wind down the clock here, it's going to be a big piece of this offense is to find a way to get him some yards. If he would have broke that first tackle, he probably would have had a 3-4 yard gain there. But again, keep feeding him the ball a little bit more as we get closer to the end of the game.
This should be the final play of the third quarter unless it's an incomplete pass. There's about 14 seconds to go on the game clock, and snaps to Mount. He's going to roll out to his left. He's got Harold open going across the middle on an in route, just like before, just going to the opposite direction, and Harold gets down to the 41-yard line. And I would assume you're going to let the quarter run out, but it's a very good play to end the third quarter with some momentum when we flip sides.
Yeah, absolutely. Nolan showed really good patience right there, rolling out to his left, waiting for Harold to come across the middle, one-on-one coverage, give Blake the ball, and see what happens.
Yeah, big play again. That's the second time that in route has been very successful here in the second half for the Mustangs. So we will pause for about a minute and a half here as we get set for the fourth quarter. 2-point game in Greenfield. Been a heck of a game. What else do you expect from the Mustangs this season? They're in a dogfight again, but this time we've got the lead. We'll be right back right after this.
Corporation in Shenandoah is growing. Pella is a family-owned company and has a strong heritage that started in 1925. Pella offers a strong benefit package, competitive wages, quarterly bonuses, profit sharing, and more. Pella has a decreased overtime schedule. You'll never work on Sundays, and you will have at least 2 Saturdays off each month to spend more time with your family. Go to careers.pella.com to see what jobs are available and apply today. Experience is not necessary, as Pella will provide training. Pella is an equal opportunity employer.
That is Mount Air coming in.
Building your vision is what they help do at Miller Building Supply, Shenandoah. Once you've picked your project, comes the supply list. Miller Building Supply is a full-line lumberyard with electrical, plumbing, and hardware departments and all the tools needed to get the job done. Windows, doors, countertops, tub and shower units, kitchen and bath cabinets, and a fresh coat of paint. Yup, they have all that too. And if you have a question, they work hard to get you an answer. Miller Building Supply in Shenandoah. Don't just dream it. Build it.
First play of the final quarter of the night. That's a double wing set in the pistol. You've got motion by Gardner, and a penalty on the play was gonna be a sweet little reverse there. I don't know what they, maybe 2 men in motion. Yeah, the legal procedure is the call, so it's going to set him back 5 yards. That is the believe second or third time we've seen that formation, but that's the first time we've seen that play tonight, and I think it had some yardage.
Yeah, that counter play was going to go for big yardage for sure, but just had a quick movement there in the backfield. Gardner was in motion, and I think Harold might have jumped just before we snapped the ball.
So first down now and 15. Trips receivers to the left side of Mount. Single receiver on the bottom side of your screen. That's Harold, one-on-one. Safety shading over his way, but that hasn't seemed to matter as Mount rolls and runs to the left. He's got some room, and good little hesitation there, and he picks up about 5 yards. That's the second time we've seen him scramble after 0 scramble yards last week. Keep the chains moving, stay ahead of the chains.
Right, very good decision there by Mount to take that ball and just tuck it away. Tried to set up a little hitch and go of our own on that side. Nothing was there, and Mount made a good play there on first down.
I didn't give him enough credit. I didn't take into account the penalty before, so it was a 9-yard gain for Mount instead of a 5-yard gain. So second down and 6, I formation. An ISO there onto the left side, but Cotton didn't have anything inside, so he bounces it to the outside, gets it about 7-8 yards in a first down. That's the Morgan Cotton we need in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, absolutely. Power running downhill. Great play there on second down to pick up the first down and keep the chains moving.
It kind of looks like to me, even on these ISOs, we're not getting a lot of push inside, so the bounce out, good vision by Cotton.
Yeah, absolutely. You know, he's a veteran running back. He knows how to get to the hole and run downhill.
It's first and 10. Again, another ISO, and the hole opens up. Gets about 4 yards if he doesn't get dragged down by the defensive end over there. That was number 33, Elliott Cooney. If Cooney doesn't make the tackle, Cotton's got another first down. There was some big yardage to be had there. I think the defense may be starting to wear down for the Wolverines.
3, second down and 7.
You know, we talked about it last week on the broadcast. Those Missouri Valley runs that were 2 and 3 yards were going to turn into 5 and 6 yards, and that's kind of what happened as the game went on. And it's been a hot night. They're cramping up a little bit. You know, maybe these 1-2 yard gains early are going to turn into big chunks in this fourth quarter.
Yeah, their defensive front isn't big, so if we can get to their linebackers, we'll be able to move the ball.
Another ISO, this time to the left side. Cotton has to go to the outside again. Again, just a 2-3 yard gain. You're staying on schedule. Sets up a 3rd and 3, 3rd and 4. If it's a 2-down territory, you're right on schedule.
Yeah, and I really liked how Mount changes the count a little bit there to try to get Nodaway Valley to jump on sides, but it did slow them down. It gives us an opportunity for us to pick up a 3rd and short.
And 2 minutes off the clock, too. You know, so you're not just running the ball to run the ball. You're running the ball because Nodaway Valley's got 2 opponents right now. They've got Shenandoah, and they've got the clock. And if we can keep the ball moving, we can put the game away. But still a lot of game left, just under 10 to go, 3rd and 4. Again, I formation, dropping back to pass, and he's got room. There's a flag on the play, throwing off his back foot across the middle. Dangerous pass, almost intercepted by Blake Lund, intended for Hunter Dukes, and probably a hold in the area of holding.
I think we're going to get called for covering up our tight end. The wide receiver out here on this side was covering up our tight end.
Oh, good call.
Yep.
This is why we have you up in the booth. So I would assume that they'd take it because you're close enough in 4-down territory where you'd go for it here. I would assume they'd take the penalty and make them go back 10.
Yeah, I would absolutely accept this penalty, move us back, and make us try to gain that yardage versus us punting here from the 40.
They're moving us back. That's fine.
looks like they're going to take them back. So up in the booth, we're hitting about 500 right now. We're about 1 out of every 2 we get right, but we nailed it. And it's going to be 3rd down now and 14. Oh, it was a 5-yard penalty. I apologize. Yep. 3rd and 9. In the shotgun formation, 3 receivers to the right. It looks like it's going to be Dukes to the left. The rollout to the right. Mount steps up, hits Harold right at the chains. It depends on the spot. It was right at the sticks at the 36-yard line, and that looks like that's where the sticks are, at the 36.
Yep, first down Mustangs. That's a huge play, huge catch, taking a hit, and picking up that first down and moving the chains. And again, like you said just a minute ago, keep moving that clock.
And that's that in route. The third time in this second half, we've seen Harold on that little in route in the trips, getting a big play.
Yeah, I'd be throwing it to my 6'4", 230-pounder too.
Doesn't matter what route he runs. He's probably open. So 9 minutes, 20 seconds and counting to go in the fourth quarter. Mustangs 1st and 10 at the Wolverine 36-yard line. I formation, single receiver to each side. Harold on the right side of the offense's formation. Mount takes a snap, an ISO to the right side, and much better job by Nodaway Valley covering that up for no gain on the play.
Yeah, they know we're going to run it on first down there, and they brought the house. Again, maybe slow down that count just a little bit to see if we can draw those guys off sides. Don't necessarily have to go on 2, but just slow down the count just a split second and see if we can't get them to jump.
Well, and truthfully, also, we've got 40 seconds on the play clock. You know, we're at the line of scrimmage with 20 seconds still on the play clock. You know, the clock is our friend in this situation. We need to be able to utilize that. So twins to each side of Nolan Mount. Got motion by Harold to the left side. The snap, the slight rollout to the left, and he looks like he's got Harold in the flat. Makes the catch again, old reliable. And that's a 7-yard gain. Keeps them on schedule. With no gain on first down, that's a big 7 yards on second down.
Right. Harold did a great job. He actually was supposed to kind of set the corner there and block. And then once he saw that Mount was able to going to be able to clear that corner, he went ahead and slipped out and picked up 6-7 yards there on second down.
Yeah, it looks like they spotted him a yard shorter than I was. We're way up here. It's hard for me to see. I got glasses, but they don't work very well.
It's getting late.
Yep. So less than 8 minutes to go in the game. You're 7:45 and counting. 3rd down and 3.5, 4 yards. Shotgun set. Twins to each side. Harold's on the far side. He'll motion to the right. Maybe the same type of play as we got Mount sprinting out to the right. But he's going to cut up, and he's got an alley. He's got a first down, and he slides down at the, looks like, 22-yard line. But that's more than enough for a Mustang first down to keep chains moving.
Yeah, absolutely smart play there. You can just see him growing up every possession. That's a huge play. Again, it was just going to be a little rollout throw to Harold in the flat. He was covered. Nolan saw that and made the good read and picked up the first down.
Yeah, it was a good read. Cut right inside of that defensive end and just picks up 6-7 yards and keep the chains moving, keep chewing clock. 7 minutes to go in the ball game. I formation. This time it's be a strong left as Harold's to the left side of the offense's formation. And a little ISO, but a little wonky in the backfield, but Morgan Cotton making something out of nothing there, picks up about 3 yards.
Yeah, kind of bobbled the snap, got it back to Cotton anyway, and picked up 3 yards there on first down. We're up over 7 minutes on this drive here for the Mustangs.
Statement drive if we can finish it off with 6. Be a statement drive. As it is now, it's definitely killing some clock because we're under 6:30 to go in the ball game. And the ground attack and the short passing game is what's been doing it this drive for the Mustangs. Twin receivers to each side for Mount. Cotton switches from the left to the right side of the formation. Snap to Mount. Pass into the flat. Caught. That looks like it's Gardner again. And Gardner makes a nice cut upfield. He was short of the first down on the catch, but a good little run after catch gets him down inside the 10. Nice play, good first down for the Mustangs.
Yeah, that was a great play. Nice, easy route. Just Gardner taking just a nice 5-yard out, wide open, and then he makes the guy miss and sets up 1st and goal for the Mustangs.
So first and goal it is. We're under 6 minutes to go in the contest. 2-point lead for Shenandoah. The play clock is down to about 20 seconds, but again, we talked about it just a couple minutes ago. You're not in any hurry right now. Don't want any delay of game penalties, but let's just take our time. The clock is our friend.
He's got to be a tight end.
I formation to the right side this time. Cotton's dotting the I in the backfield. He gets the ISO, and he had some room there, but we do have a flag on the play. Cotton had 5 yards there. Would have set up a second and goal from the 2, but we have a penalty. It's going to send them back. That could be a big penalty on the drive if we can't capitalize and continue the drive, but it's still going to be first down. You don't lose the down.
Right. Still first down. Get the ball moving in the right direction again here on first down. Shorten the distance. You definitely have a chance. And again, the clock's going to be running. Keep the ball moving and put this in the end zone.
If they time this right, they could snap it with about 5 minutes to go in the ball game. Play clock sits about 15 seconds right now and counting, and the game clock's now it's about 5:10. Shotgun set. Snap to Mount. Pass not into the flat, on the slant. They took the flat pass away, and Cullen makes a nice catch on the slant to get him about halfway there.
Yeah, that's a good pickup there on first down. Picked up 7 or 8 yards. Again, just continue to shorten the distance, keep the clock moving. Both of those things are definitely in the Mustangs' favor.
Yeah, they were at the 20. Now they're sitting, about the 12-yard line. So pick up 8 yards. It sets it up at 3 plays to get 12 yards. It's definitely doable. It's going to be trips receivers to the right side. Cotton's on the right too, so you basically got 4 receivers over here on this side. Looks like man-to-man for the Wolverines. Mount rolls out to the right, and he got hit from the blind side. That was Boston DeVault back in the game after the cramping issue. That's a big play.
Yeah,
that's a very big play.
Yeah, that's a huge play for the Wolverines, but not terrible for the Mustangs. Yes, it's 3rd and goal from the 21, but again, the clock's moving in our favor. This is a 10-minute drive for the Mustangs.
10 minutes and counting, 3rd and goal from the 21-yard line. So, a field goal, they haven't kicked all game, so maybe a field goal does something for you. They don't maybe have a field goal kicker, but you want 6. You want to keep the drive moving, you want 6. 2 receivers to each side. Looks like Gardner's in motion to the right. Free rusher, and the screen was set up, and they hadn't played well that time. Nodaway Valley hadn't played very well that time. That's the play that went for the touchdown earlier in this ball game.
Yeah, really, the later in the game you go, the less the defensive line is going to rush. Those guys are tired. They've been out there the whole game, so they don't move, and so that middle screen gets a little bit harder to run late in the game.
Sure. So you've got 3:33 to go. A little game resets. 2-point game. Mustangs have the lead. The clock is stopped right now with the incomplete pass, and the play clock's going to read about 25-ish seconds. They haven't started the. Oh, there it goes. Play clock's going now, and there's a timeout on the field, anyways. So. Timeout by Coach Ratliff, and Shenandoah, big play, maybe the biggest play of the game, especially for Nodaway Valley. If they give up a score, it may be too little too late.
Yeah, the big piece here is, though, if we can complete it, even if it doesn't go in for a score, Nodaway Valley is going to still have to go a significant distance to get points on the board with just under, there's going to be about 3 minutes and 15 or so seconds left if we do turn it over here on downs.
So we're going to take a break, a quick 30-second break. We'll be back right after this timeout and a word from First
Heritage Bank is proud to be a locally owned community bank. We have been committed to our community and meeting the financial needs of our customers since 1873. We are confident that our knowledgeable staff can help you make informed decisions about your financial needs, no matter how big or small. Let us show you how rewarding a relationship with First Heritage Bank can be. Stop in at one of our 2 locations, or you can find out more information at www.fhbshen.com. First Heritage Bank is a proud supporter of Shenandoah High School Athletics. Go Shen, member FDIC.
All right, we're back in, ladies and gentlemen. The referee just blew the whistle to come back in after the timeout. We got 4 receivers out in the formation, 3 to this side with Harold, Cullen, and Gardner on this side, on the near side, and it looks like Dukes is on the far side. Got a wheel route with the running back. They have him, and that's a heck of an effort by Cotton. He had a step. Good coverage on the play by Nodaway Valley. That's the same play they tried to run at the end of the game against Missouri Valley. This one a lot closer to becoming a touchdown for Shenandoah.
Yeah, it was good. A good route by Cotton there on the wheel route. Good play call away from their safety over the top of Harold. But again, Nodaway Valley now has 3:26 from their own 20 to try to find the end zone going the other way.
So with 3:26 to go, just like Aaron said, Nodaway Valley takes over. I mean, a field goal takes the lead, but they haven't kicked all game, so you got to figure they're looking for 6. And the quarterback scrambling off to his right side. He's got a man open in the flat, makes the catch. It's about a 3-yard gain. The clock is continuing to run. Russell put it right on the receiver, but a 3-yard gain, minimal game. Shenandoah will take that.
Yeah, the Mustangs going to continue to put pressure on the quarterback, get him moving out of the pocket. He's not quite as effective when he's moving backwards.
2nd and 7, clock's under 3 minutes to go in the game, and nice pressure again. That time, that was Laughlin in on the pressure, and Russell short-armed it to his receiver, so it's 3rd down and 7 with 2:54 to go in the game.
Yeah, you can guarantee the number 1 DeVault is going to be the target on this play. Again, we have a safety over the top. He is playing inside over there on the top side of the field, so know where number 1 is.
You know, I've wondered why they haven't put those 2 kids on the same side. You know, Boston and Kalen. You know, those are their 2 best receivers by far, I would imagine. You put them both on the same side, and they haven't done that all game.
Right.
That you would think would be a nightmare for a defensive secondary.
Yeah, it definitely makes it difficult. And then we line up in the neutral zone. That's not a good play on 3rd down. So here we go, 3rd and short. And let's see, again, if they put it in 33's hand in the backfield or find 1 as their target.
3rd down and 2, 2:52 to go in the game. And again, just that not watching the ball, and that was Morgan Cotton that time at the senior. He's right over the ball. He just lost track of it.
Right. Well, we start over, figure it out. Again, whether it's 1st down or 3rd down, know where 1 is because he's going to get the ball here late in the game.
So 1st and 10 now after the 2 consecutive penalties, and Russell gets it on the little jet screen. That's Ross. Ross doesn't cut it inside. He stays outside, tries to get out of bounds, but can't. And a nice tackle in there by Tyson Shaw. It's a 9-yard game, so the clock keeps moving.
Right. Good job of keeping him in bounds. I know they got 9 yards, but kept him in bounds, which is good.
Twins to each side. Russell gets the snap and a short throw. The catch this time by Boston DeVault. It's a 1st down. The clock will stop temporarily to move the chains with 2:21 to go in the ball game.
Yep. So Homer chains over there, waiting until they get a 1st down signal before they start moving.
Well, they've started the clock already. Yep. Yeah, so we're at 2:15 and counting. The clock's ahead of the chains, at least on that situation. Russell trying to find somebody, kind of threw it sidearm there to Ross in the flat. Good coverage over there by Gardner. Incomplete, 2nd down.
Yeah, really good coverage there in the secondary. Everybody was covered up as Russell went through his progressions, went from 1 down to 21, and then had to kind of throw it away.
So 2nd down, 10 yards to go, 2:07 to go in the ball game. And a quick slant to Kalen DeVault, who makes a catch and almost stayed on his feet there. That's a big play. 1st down. Clock stops while they move the chains, but into Mustang territory, 1st and 10.
Yeah, we saw that play in the 1st half, just a streak right down the hash mark for DeVault.
We're under 2 minutes to go, and really, Nodaway Valley's not in any hurry either. In plus territory, they're taking their time too, and knowing they got all 3 timeouts left. Play clock's down under 20 seconds. Russell getting ready to take the snap. He gets it. Pressure in his face immediately. Ross makes the catch on the crossing route. There's a flag on the play. It's going to be, I would assume, some sort of hold or or some offensive line penalty. It was a gain of 7 or 8 yards, but I'm pretty sure it's coming back.
Yep, that play's coming back. We brought a blitzer up the middle, and he got held up by the running back there trying to hold him in the hole, and that play's coming back, which is a good thing for the Mustang defense.
Well, yeah, absolutely. With a minute 33, any way we can get them to move backwards is a positive momentum for us, for the Mustang defense. So they're going to bring them back 10 yards. So that's going to set up a first down and 20. Still a lot of football left with 1:32 to go and counting. All 3 timeouts for Nodaway Valley. Russell, all kinds of time this time. Could probably run for some yards. And that was wonderful coverage. He threw it to an open Kalen DeVault, but closing quickly was Bo Gardner.
Yeah, Bo Gardner making a great cut on that pass. Got there right there as the ball got to the receiver. Great play in the defensive secondary.
That linebacker says, "Coach, I'm a DB." Second down, 20. 1:22 to go in the game. These offensive players are looking a little gassed for Nodaway Valley. Hopefully we can take advantage of that. Pressure a little bit here for Russell, and just in and out of the hands of Ross. Kind of that alligator arm, didn't stick his hands out. It was a good pass, just missed the catch.
Yep, same play that we just saw DeVault run on the other side. Same thing, ran right down the hash, was open, and you're right, just short-armed it a little bit. And now we got 3rd and 25 from midfield.
Back up, Tyson, back up.
So 3rd down, 25 yards to go. 1:16 to go in the ball game, 2-point game. We've had a classic here in Greenfield. Russell takes a snap. He gets pressure from Holben right away. He's got a flush out of the pocket. Throws it deep, double coverage, incomplete. Good ball, really under pressure. Gave his receiver a chance, but just out of the reach of his intended receiver.
Yeah, great job again over there on that far side by our defensive backs, forcing them into the sideline, not giving them anything underneath where they can catch it and run for those extra yardage.
And taking that deep shot on 3rd and 25. Now you got to get 25 for 4th down. We'll take a break with 1:08 to go in the ball game. 28-26. Shenandoah up by 2.
Digital Solutions started small, but now we're growing as FDS provides live streaming coverage for over 20 schools across 3 different states on our Fuller Digital Solutions YouTube channel. Subscribe to get notified when we go live for your school events. Big events are captured live, and your business can get noticed with advertising during our live streams. Local talent and camera operators are encouraged to contact us too. For future employment, no experience necessary, we will train. For information about advertising or working with Fuller Digital Solutions, email us and follow us on Facebook.
Yeah.
Welcome back in, folks, to the broadcast. It's 1:08 to go. Play of the game right here for both sides. 4th down, 25. Nodaway Valley. They got to get 25 yards plus, or the game's essentially over.
Yep. So you see all these D-backs in the game for Shenandoah are moving back, keeping everybody in front. Do your job. We're lined up offsides. We're lined up offsides.
So penalty on the play. It brings it from 4th and 25 to a 4th and 20. And again, coming out of a timeout, you don't expect that. It looked like we were going to bring some pressure to force him to get rid of the ball quicker, but you got to line up right.
Yep, you got to line up on sides. That's all right. 4th and 20 is still okay. Again, keep the guys in front of you. Know where 1 is for sure.
Russell takes a snap, pressure in his face immediately, and he goes down! Sacked in there by Morgan Cotton. That's a turnover on downs. That's the 2nd sack of the game, and it wasn't any bigger ones right there. That was a big play.
No, absolutely. The huge play right there from Dickerson and from Cotton, getting in the backfield, brought 2 speed guys, and now we take the ball take over on downs with 1 minute to go and put this thing away.
Love the call. I love the blitz call. 4th and 20. Don't give him time. He struggled under pressure.
Right, absolutely. Get him moving backwards. We've said it all game. Get him moving backwards. Make him throw off his back foot. Obviously, they had to get 20 yards, so you got to wait for those receivers to get down there. We've got 5-6 defensive backs back there, keeping them short of that, and we got home, and that's a huge play for the Mustangs.
So So 1 minute to go. Nodaway Valley still with 2 timeouts, so game is not over yet. But a first down would probably seal the deal based upon the math. There's a fumble on the play. Oh, no. Oh, no. The ball's on the ground. Oh, goodness.
They're blitzing so hard, we're not getting any.
It stays with Shenandoah. I'll tell you what, everybody holding their breath in Shenandoah and wearing maroon and white tonight in Greenfield.
Yeah, just a bunch of guys crawling around in the backfield. Cotton gets on it. Huge play, but it actually turned into, running 7 seconds off the clock.
Yeah.
And Nodaway Valley takes their second timeout.
That was one of the first times tonight I was speechless. You had the fumble on the handoff, just a simple ISO, and it was almost catastrophic. But fortunately, like you said, the senior picks up the ball. We save the possession. Nodaway Valley is going to take a timeout again, but they'll have 0 timeouts with probably anywhere between 45 and 50 seconds to go in the game.
Yeah, that ball laid on the ground for a long time, it seemed like, and it'll look even longer on video when you go back and watch it. But a huge play. I would say we're going to run another power ISO play to Cotton again, run it down under 50 seconds, then one more play to get it under 40. Might be able to put this game away.
Just got to make sure we're secure on the handoff.
Right.
This time. So second down and about 16 to go. Now the ball is at our own 49-yard line, and it looks like Mount's rolling out. The pass is complete. I don't mind the throw as long as it's a safe throw. It's in the flat. It's just a couple of yards, but it keeps chains moving, or keeps the clock moving, forces them to call a timeout.
Right. It actually is a good play that, as long as it's completed, runs more time off the clock. This play has to run 6 seconds, right? It has to get under 40, fourth down, and the game's over.
Yeah. Yeah, no, absolutely. And truthfully, this is maybe a little wild, but if you got to get a fourth down play off, you just take a snap, tell your punter just to run around for 5 seconds and fall down. So you don't have to punt it away.
Right.
But we still got a long ways to go to get there.
Right.
45.9 seconds. And
right.
If this game has taught us anything, is there's no guarantees of secure handoffs or not turning the ball over. So
right.
It's not over until it's over.
Right. Anything could happen. We've seen that all night. But again, get this snap off, get the handoff to Cotton, move it forward 5 yards, 3 yards, 2 yards, just run off 6 seconds, and we'll be just fine. But again, I told you earlier that I don't teach math.
I don't either.
6 seconds.
So 45.9 seconds. Nodaway Valley's coming out onto the field. Shenandoah's coming onto the field as well. A little timeout reset. Nodaway Valley now out of timeouts. Shenandoah still has one if they need to use it in their back pocket. Spread formation.
I'm going to get.
You'd think they'd still run the ball.
Yeah, I'm going to guess Mount's going to get it, and he's going to roll out and just take a knee after he runs it for 6 seconds. Don't go down.
Whew. You
That's
called
all right.
it.
That's all right. The play clock is just now resetting.
Yeah, they don't have to snap the ball again.
Nope.
So
the game is over.
That's going to be the ball game. Nolan Mount listening to Coach Ratliff and Coach Burdorf up here in the booth saying just run around for 6 seconds and go down. And that's exactly what he did. They do not have to snap the ball again. There's 15 seconds and counting. The play clock just now hits 15 seconds. So about 4 second difference between the play clock and the game clock. So this game is essentially over. And Shenandoah will move to 1-1 on the year. Two classics really to start this season, but they get on the right side of the win column at 1-1, and we're going to step away for just a few minutes.
What are we doing?
And we'll be right back with a game recap.
Wait. Oh, there's 1 second. Okay, just punt it. Just do it.
This very moment, a board-certified general surgeon will be leading her team in the removal of her patient's gallbladder. In this newly remodeled surgical suite, she'll use the latest technology and small laparoscopic incisions for a quicker recovery time. In a couple of weeks, the patient will have a pain-free and normal life again. These are the things that happen here every day. The new surgical center at Shenandoah Medical Center. Your health is our mission.
Well, we're back in here to Greenfield, and evidently the game is not over. There was 1 second on the clock. I don't understand how that math works. There was 4 seconds difference between the play clock and the game clock, and we didn't need to snap the ball, but they say there's 1 second left, so we got to snap it again and run around. Now it's over. So we take the 4th down snap, we take the victory formation, and now it's officially over.
Yeah, I'm not sure what happened there. For some reason, the refs stopped the clock and put 1 second back on. For whatever reason, like we've said all night, anything can happen. We got it right down to the last second, but a key victory for the Mustangs here in Greenfield tonight.
So now we'll take a short break. We had to come back quicker than anticipated. We'll be back here in about a minute or two, and we'll wrap things up from Greenfield.
Sorensen Auto Plaza, Southwest Iowa's #1 provider of used vehicles. New inventory alert, a 2011 Cadillac SRX Premium with all-wheel drive, super clean leather interior, 106,000 miles and more. You can buy here and pay here. Sorensen Auto Plaza is the bank. Get fast, easy financing. Buy with peace of mind. Stop by Sorensen Auto Plaza in Shenandoah today.
This very moment, a board-certified orthopedic surgeon is on his way to a newly remodeled surgical suite where he'll scrub up and dress into infection-free equipment and begin a surgery to give his patient a replacement knee. With the help of a knowledgeable staff and the latest technology, he'll give this man hope for a normal life again without walking in pain. These are the things that happen here every day. The new surgical center at Shenandoah Medical Center. Your health is our mission.
No, I will not be at the Clark.
Welcome back, folks. We're going to wrap things up here from Greenfield as Shenandoah moves to 1-1 on the season with a 28-26 hard-fought win. We talked about it at the beginning of the game all the way through pretty much the end of the game. Big plays, big mistakes, and that was kind of the theme for the whole night, and Shenandoah just happened to make those last few big plays to finish the deal.
Yeah, I think, the key part of the second half, besides us being the only people that scored in the second half, was that huge 10-minute drive. I know we didn't end up with points, but taking over the ball with 2:08 left to go in the third quarter and running it all the way down to 3:26 to put some pressure on the Nodaway Valley offense, I think that's a huge piece. Obviously, interceptions, fumbles, penalties, all sorts of crazy things that happened throughout the night, but a big win for the Mustangs for sure.
Yeah, I mean, if you think back to the first 2-3 minutes of the game, you kind of you had that feeling that it's going to be a long night. You get down 12-0 early, short fields for Nodaway Valley. They don't have to work for it because we're giving it to them. And we really turned it around, still had the mistakes, but we were able to bow up when we needed to on defense. And then the offense still making some big plays, carrying over from week one.
Yeah, great job by the coaching staff to just keep the guys calm, make some adjustments, take care of the football a little bit more. If you go back to those first 3 minutes, I mean, we had turned it over on an interception that led to a quick score. Then we fumbled it on the very next possession, and 43 seconds later, all of a sudden you're down 12-0. But we worked our way back into it, got it back to 12-7 at the end of the first quarter, get it 26-20 at halftime, and then we just score that one touchdown, that Mount to Cotton 29-yard TD. That, again, we had all sorts of craziness. We had a flag, right, and they waved off the penalty on that play. Seals the game for the Mustangs, 28-26, and then that big drive there from the end of the third quarter into the fourth quarter, and then a huge defensive stop to end the game.
Again, just my final thoughts for the night. Just an impressive win. I know you feel the same way. I'm sure you guys watching at home, you feel the same way. This is a young team, and Coach Ratliff was very clear on that, talking to me this week and last week, how young this team really is. A lot of new guys. They may be sophomores, juniors, but they, getting their first varsity experience. Didn't play a lot of JV last year with the COVID situation. So a lot of young guys on this team, and to come back from week one where you felt like you had that game and let it slip away, penalties, turnovers, what have you, and then tonight, right away, they get hit in the mouth with, again, turnovers, penalties, but they're able to regroup and come back. That's a sign of a well-coached team, sign of a team that's not going to give up. Kudos to Coach Ratliff and his staff and those kids. For me, that was a fun game to watch and well-deserved win.
Yeah, and I think the one person that we're going to continue to watch grow up all season long is Nolan Mount at that quarterback position. Without a doubt, changed from week 1 to week 2, not sitting in the pocket or throwing it deep, taking care of the football. Yes, he had a couple interceptions, but he learned to move his feet, gain some key yards when it mattered to pick up some third downs throughout the second half. I like what I see from him, and I like to see him continue to grow all season long.
So safe to say, like me, you're drinking the Kool-Aid.
I like him. I like him a lot.
So he's drinking the Kool-Aid, ladies and gentlemen. That's what he's saying. He's a principal. He's not allowed to say he's drinking the Kool-Aid, I guess. But that's going to do it for us tonight. Next week, a shorter trip, but still about an hour. We go to Atlantic, kickoff same time. We will be on the same stream. Coach or Mr. Weinrich will post a link on the Shan Activities page. If you do watch the link, ladies and gentlemen, and you do want to sponsor have an ad for commercials, and you want to sponsor the athletic program and this Fuller Digital Solutions, there is a link to click at the bottom of the live stream if you go and watch that. I know we had a couple different commercials come in, a couple different businesses locally step up this week from last week, and you can change your commercials throughout the week, folks, and you can come in 2 weeks from now or a month from now, and you're good for the whole year. They do a great job. They make it easy for you to set that up, and it's relatively inexpensive and a lot of bang for your buck. You get a lot of publicity there, and you're supporting your local teams. So from Greenfield, Iowa, this is TJ Young with Aaron Burdorf. We're signing off for the final time tonight. 28-26 Mustangs move to 1-1 on the year. Good night, everybody.